Yo, 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 yo. What is going on, interwebs? Welcome to the Out of Order Show on Point Podcast Edition. I am your host, as always, Michael, a.k.a. the local boy, a.k.a. Who's the winner,
don't
baby?
Even know his own nicknames.
I just come up with random stuff. But we're here. We're here. We are here at the fantasy draft. How are we feeling? How does? First of all, thank you guys for joining me. If you don't know, I was it was touch and go there for a little bit, but ultimately the king has returned. I have won 2024. I won 2024. Thank you. I have regained my crown by 1 point, or the 4 points, mind you. Holy shit! We'll talk about the points.
And Vic had a blank space.
Yeah.
Oh, it was just a game that wasn't planning releasing.
Yeah, but you should get. I don't know why I didn't penalize you. But we'll talk more about that. Obviously joined by the fat ninja master himself, Skelepope, aka Dan, aka two guys who publish anything.
AKA two guys who published nothing.
They published nothing, yeah. So,
my freaking games didn't come out.
Yeah, and then as always, Vic, aka Sad Ketchup, aka Scat Party. Ugh, can't believe I almost lost to a guy named Scat Party. But first off, man, the beginning of the year was all Dan. It was all fucking Dan. He had 290s right off the fucking gate. When did Like a Dragon come out?
February,
and then
It says January 26th.
Yeah,
it might have been January 26th.
Either way, you got.
It was early on in the year, yeah.
It was like that was like such a fucking haymaker. I couldn't even believe it. I was like, holy God, like, how am I going to catch up to that? And then they gave you points for Hades, which you better, it sucks that you got the points last year because you can't get the points this year, essentially. It's like a Baldur's Gate. When these fucking websites want to fucking review early access.
Well, when games release in early access needs to go away. They're making us pay them to be their beta testers.
I think there's some things like there's like a fever pitch, right? For like, I think Hades is a great example of like, look, we're publishing our own game. This art style, this game mechanic is very unique. It's very popular. So it adds a lot of momentum to just do the early access, because it helps grease the wheels for further development down the road. But and it kind of gives a tease of what the game story is going to eventually lead us down. And the fan art is just amazing. So, but I just hate that game, they put a flag by it. This game has received reviews in early access, but will not reach 1.0 at least through the end of 2024. You will only receive points for it in 2024 if your league allows only needs score. So that's gotta be one thing we gotta figure out, is if we want to change the ruling as must be released to get points, because there was who got it? Vic got a flag on his Silent Hill 2 remake. It says, we recently decided that this game is really more than a remake. It is a reimagining on the level of RE2 remake. That said, if your league has a slot that is specifically for remakes, I do believe that you should allow this game in that slot. The site provides manual override for that sort of thing. If it helps, ask on Discord. So, 2 flags this season, which normally we don't get flags, but either way. Let's start with you, Dan. What was going on? What happened?
Nothing came out. I have 7 games that didn't come out, not counting my unannounced games. But okay, Avowed and Hollow Knight Silksong should have been my biggest hits.
Yeah, true.
Both of those were guaranteed to be out this year when they put them in the showcase last year for Xbox. Like, guaranteed. Like, Phil Spencer came out and said, everything in this showcase will be released by the end of next year. Avowed is a reasonable time. They're like, we're taking 3 months. Well, they're taking 3 months. Perfectly reasonable to fix some issues, right? To make it perfect on launch. Perfectly reasonable.
But they even said that there was no issues. It was just that they wanted to. They felt like with the winter release that Indiana Jones they wanted to take away. They didn't want to overshine Indiana Jones.
No, Avowed. Obsidian, when they delayed Avowed, they straight up said they wanted to polish some stuff.
Okay.
And that's fine. They're competing with Elder Scrolls. Right?
Yeah.
It's an Elder Scrolls like, so there's a lot of people who think those games are great. And they definitely want something that's not gonna fall flat in the face of those. So I understand. And if they give us the first Elder Scrolls-like game that isn't 90% bugs, they'll really have something there.
But isn't that
should have been out this year.
A quarter of the charm of most Bethesda jank games is the bugs?
We'd call them Euro jank, except they're not European.
Yeah.
I mean, sorta. Really, the beauty of the Bethesda stuff isn't the bugs; it's the unintended interactions, stuff like alchemy plus enchanting in Skyrim, or just alchemy for intelligence in Morrowind, where it's because alchemy is based on your intelligence, so you take a potion that increases your intelligence, and make a potion that increases your intelligence, and it does it better longer, and you just keep doing it until your intelligence is E99, and all of your potions last millennia. Stuff like that. I feel like the beauty of the Elder Scrolls isn't the crazy game-ending bugs. It's not like, Daggerfall's, we randomly generate some of the dungeons that have key quest items, and we didn't put a safety check in where our randomly generated dungeons can actually have their objective reachable from the entrance.
Which you addressed personally to what's his face.
Not that I've been holding on to that one for over 30 years.
No, you addressed it. You went to Todd Howard himself at that party, and I was like, you verbally assaulted him.
I didn't assault him. Where's my apology for Daggerfall? 110 hours, and I was 12 or 13 in a game I literally could not beat because the key objective was tucked away, not accessible without hacking.
I mean, he acknowledged it. He said
it just works.
It just worked. It just worked.
Yeah, but I bet you love that 16 times the detail.
I mean, I actually have a lot of respect for Howard, probably more so than the average person, because even the reason Bethesda has so much jank is they try stuff. They were the first big open world procedurally generated RPG with Daggerfall. The RPG you could play forever, which is what they've become, right? People are still modding and playing Skyrim 7 years later, more than maybe. Forever and a fargan day later.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I can't believe how many people are still playing that game. Although
2011, I'm sorry, 14 years later.
Yeah.
God. Yeah. See, I mean, that's a big thing. So, like I said, they've got shoes to fill. So I kind of get it.
You kind of get it.
Hollow Knight Silksong.
Yeah,
I think everybody's just got to pick that one and have their heart broken that this wasn't the year for it at least once.
I mean, like, it said, like, that, like, Tyler Creator, well, that was a fucking lie.
yeah.
Like, there was like so much hopium for it to be announced at the Game Awards.
I know.
And it was just like, no, dude. It was like, people
we
thought
still
it was,
don't have a date.
Yeah, there's nothing. It's like, and it's like, what is going on with that studio? Like, what the actual fuck is going on? Like, to add something to the I don't think it's as the fever pitch as high as for it, but like Mia the Hollower, at least the devs at Yacht Club are at least vocal. They're like, hey, listen, we put out this, we put out a monthly blog. We tell people about all the Kickstarter stuff. We let Devolver Digital know that's going to be kind of showcased in the, Devolver Digital showcase. But it was like a little tidbit. It was like, hey, it's still coming out. And then, like, yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on with Silksong. Like, at this point, I don't even think it's gonna come out this year. I think there's something really wrong going on at that studio.
I don't know. I think it's done. I think it's been done for 2 years, and Microsoft is just holding it in a wallet until they need a gotcha moment.
Who produces it?
That's an absolute lie. That's totally copium.
Team Cherry, an Australian
I don't know what's...
developer.
Aussie Devs. Oh yeah.
Yeah, no idea.
Today's coming up, Ace, man. Get out of your jokes.
Toxic Commando, probably not a big loss. Probably like 2 points, 3 points maybe. But it should have come out this year. I think Toxic Commando is going to be like Stalker, only fun. In terms of like the only people who review it are people who love it, because Stalker 2 Stalker 2, yeah, was like basically unplayable when it launched on PC, and still managed to get positive scores.
Because it was like, there's like all this like whole goodwill because people from Ukraine were developing it, and so there's this like positivity, like, oh man, these people are still,
and I think the people who reviewed it are the people who loved the first Stalker.
Yeah,
which is, I'll get into the problem with reviews in a couple minutes, because I got some issues.
You're gonna review the reviews.
I am. I'm gonna review reviewers and like talk about the review industry, because there's some really disturbing shit I've noticed in the end. Rift of the Necrodancer should have come out. Probably would have been a high 70, low 80. The first one was really good. Sims 5 was that was my unannounced whatever game.
Mm-hmm.
They instead, because there's a lot of buzz and like stuff was gonna happen, and they were doing all their big sales like they did when they upgraded to Sims 4, so it looked like it was gonna happen, but instead they basically remade Sims 4. Like, I guess the last content package was a complete overhaul, so instead of making a Sims 5, they just updated Sims 4 so they could keep making new DLCs for it without risking of losing anybody.
No Sims 5 yet?
No. They released a patch for Sims 4 that like significantly increased the requirements and massively added stuff to the game. My counter picks were costly. I didn't have one as bad as like your Helldivers counter pick.
It doesn't matter. That Dawn Trail one was. My points for it are vastly.
It's dirty money. It's dirty money.
It's definitely dirty money. After playing that game, I'm like, it is not an 81.
When you told me that you were still playing through it, I was like, bro, what?
The Scroll with a Gun was a good counter pick. I've played it. I feel like it probably should be a little bit higher, but I don't think it deserves. Like, it's such a niche game. I don't think it deserves a high score. Stalker 2, man, that game was borderline unplayable. It's still buggy and has a bunch of issues. Does not deserve a positive score in its current state. Which brings me to the state of reviews. We're going to talk about Ubisoft. Because Star Wars Outlaws should have been a Game of the Year contender.
Oh,
it's that good. I've watched every negative review that's been put forward to me, and none of them say stuff that's true.
I don't know about that.
I'm willing to bet 80 to 90% of the negative reviews for Outlaws, they never played past Canto Blight if they played it at all.
There's
so much stuff that just isn't true. And
Okay.
I think a lot of the hate for it is hate for Ubisoft. Because Ubisoft is a shitty publisher run by shitty people. And that's 100% leaking into reviews.
I guess, but I mean, that is true. I guess that is the truth, is that there is some biases, but I mean, I looked at a lot of gameplay stuff that was pretty unmanageable. Like, it was like, there's some good moments, but I mean, just the DLC stuff was pretty fucking terrible. Like, not as far as like the content, but like the way they just like piecemealed it out, like $120 edition of a game that was like, feels like it was gonna be the full game. Like, it's just so fucking. And they're rolling back on that, because now, like, when Assassin's Creed comes out this year, it's gonna just be a complete package. There's no $120 version of that game, because they know that's fucked up.
Okay, Outlaws though is already a big game, and the DLC content packs they're releasing are going to be quite large. The big problem people had was the Jabba mission, because we were led to believe that those were the only Jabba missions, but there's actually an entire Jabba quest line outside of the special mission you get from owning the like collector's package thing. And part of that's on Ubisoft, because I don't think they even wanted you to buy the $120 version of the game. Because God, I hope nobody spent that money.
Oh,
they wanted people to do what I did, which is buy their stupid Ubisoft Plus subscription.
Yeah. Well, no, there were people...
And then they wanted them to forget about it and not cancel it when they beat Star Wars Outlaws like I did.
Well, no, they did, because if you bought the $120 edition, you got a week early access.
Early access.
And that's what sucks, is that they literally sold early access to a busted game, and they literally told people like, oh, just delete your old save and load a new save, when the game actually went launched a week later with a new patch. So they released a game that was busted and told people, oh, your early access, you have to delete it and then start a new one.
The game wasn't busted. The problem is when they released the non-early access content, the saves didn't work. They busted the saves going from day 0 to day 1.
Yeah.
Which, that once again, that's a huge problem, but not let's drop something that should like be in the high 80s to low 70s. And the 75 it's at now is a climb. It started at 72. And like I said, it's just the amount of hate that game has gotten that is entirely from Ubisoft. And you can kind of see it too in Skull and Bones. Skull and Bones is not a Game of the Year contender, but it was relatively bug light when it launched. It was everything they promised. Right? But it's sitting at a 60. Whereas, like, let me go through some other games that just straight up, like, there's stuff that straight up were not what they promised. And I don't think any of us took any of them. That were, like, huge disappointments this year that are still sitting in the 70s.
Like, I can't say for sure. I'm just glad.
Aside from Stalker, which is, I'm mad because it's unplayable and still got a positive
I
score.
can't believe, on your list specifically, I can't believe Flight Simulator got such a low score.
Yeah, me either.
I thought that was a for sure, like, upwards to 89.
points.
Yeah, 20 point.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Life is Strange Double Exposure is weird too.
Yeah.
It's a great game. Like, it's everything I want from Life is Strange, but I think it got hit a lot by the anti-woke crowd.
It's not even that, too. I think, once again, they sold an early access, but you only had 2 episodes, and then, like, the 3rd and 4th and 5th episode are not even out yet.
That's the way those games have always been, though. That's like the...
I know, but like...
The like, Telltale game nonsense.
But you're paying for early access for the 2nd episode, but if you buy the game normally, like the $60 MSRP, it only gives you episode 1. So that's what people have spent the $90 to get the episode 2, and that's the gated cost of getting the 2nd episode.
That is one thing I will get onto. Telltale games used to launch at 35. I don't know when these like novel games.
So Telltale this is not even Don't Nod, because Don't Nod is a completely separate company. This is Square Enix's people who used to work at Don't Nod. That I forget the. I'll find it right now. Life is Strange. It's like another company.
Yeah.
Deck 9. Deck 9 is it is a separate company that was people who used to work at Don't Nod, but then they spend off to make basically they did the remaster collection for Life is Strange, and then Square was like, oh, it's just cheaper to hire you guys than hire Don't Nod, because Don't Nod is doing the game I'm excited for, which is coming out this year, the girls, the whole girl band thing. But then, like,
yeah.
What's the name of that game called? Yeah, what's it called? Because I might pick that game up. Don't Nod. What is the game called? Oh, Lost Records.
Well, once again, what I'm thinking is a lot of Life is Strange's score has a lot more to do with the publisher than with the game itself, which I can understand a little bit more than Outlaws, because
Did any of us pick up Banishers?
No. As a game on our list, no.
I think that was like a low-key high score game, and I was like, I can't believe that is like a high score game. And that came out this year. Not Metacritic. What is it called? OpenCritic. What did it get this year? Yeah, it got an 80 on OpenCritic. So it's weird that I mean, obviously, Life is Strange was done by a different company, but like, the people who used to do Life is Strange put out like a single player game, and it scored higher than Life is Strange Double Exposure, which I thought people would just be more inclined to return back to, a Life is Strange right away. I don't know. This year was weird as far as like reviews. I do agree that the reviews were kind of weird this year.
There were a lot of reviews that were aimed at the publishers more than at the game.
Yeah.
Like I said, the one that sticks out for me is Outlaws, because like if you look at other 75s on the list, like Stalker 2,
Princess Peach.
Yeah. You had a lot of stuff that was jank, that was hard to play, that wasn't fun, but technically did what it was gonna do. In the same range, Marvel Rivals, which is like LOL clone with Marvel heroes. I'm not gonna hate on it, but like I said, they functionally do what they say they do, but don't do anything interesting. Outlaws is phenomenal as an open world game with space elements. Like, it's so much better than the other open world game with space elements that came out recently. The Bethesda one.
Yeah.
Like you compare those two, and there's no considering Starfield a better game, but Starfield opened to better reviews, and a lot of it just has to do with how much they hate the publisher.
Was Starfield last year?
I'm like, yeah,
okay,
yeah, with the DLC actually completing the story this year, so there's kind of a story to Starfield.
Was the DLC Could you bid on the DLC, or was that not eligible?
Or I don't think DLCs are eligible. Whereas like the Elden Ring stuff we get because you could do the Elden Ring one.
Shattered Space.
Did somebody do Shadow of the Erdtree?
Yeah, Vic did. Which, man, all that fucking like, all that bluster at the Game Awards for it to be nothing, like literally meant nothing.
Wait, what meant nothing?
Well, like there was all this contention. Oh my god, a DLC's up for Game of the Year, and then
yeah.
And then it went to
I didn't watch
PlayStation, the commercial video game.
Yeah, if we want to talk about Game Award issues, man, that's a whole other. Like their big bias is recency bias. There were so many bangers early in the year that just got completely ignored. Dragon's Dogma, Like a Dragon. There was a lot of stuff released before like March this year that was delayed from last year that was phenomenal, and just none of it got nominated for anything.
Sure, let's just like review real quick. So like, wait. So, Game of the Year was Astro Bot, but yeah, they're like, Your Tree didn't need to be there. It definitely, Like a Dragon could have been there. What else could have been there?
Dragon's Dogma 2.
Dragon's Dogma 2. The thing is, I didn't
Tekken.
play. Well, Tekken. I think Tekken winning Fighting Game of the Year is just fine. It's fine because they're never gonna give fighting games its proper flowers ever. Because it's such a niche. And I think
I don't even like fighting games that much, and I can tell you Tekken is a masterpiece.
Yeah, but like, then like, why wasn't like Senua Saga Hellblade in that conversation?
Because I played Hellblade 2, and it's not Game of the Year.
It's
but once again, like if I want to talk about games that should have their scores changed, right?
Yeah.
Hellblade 2 is nothing on Hellblade 1. It's a massive step back. It's way more difficult to play. It feels like they didn't learn a lot of their lessons. Like I don't think it should be much lower than the 81 it's at in the scores, but like it did not deserve all the critical acclaim when you look at Space Marine 2 gets the exact same score, nominated for nothing but action game. There's a game that really should have been nominated for best music. I don't know if you've played.
Yeah, I have. I played a little bit.
2.
Yeah, I have.
It has some fantastic, cinematic moments, driven a lot by the music in the game. There's a lot there that just...
Well, I think that's what this whole, I think 2025, in my opinion, was the year of the, people were expecting to have a lull year, but there was just a lot of, bangers, but they were under the radar, because 2024 was just so damn packed.
So many high-profile, high-quality games.
Yeah, that all these games, I knew Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is. I don't think it deserves a 93. I will take the 93. That's almost dirty money, but at least I didn't feel trapped like I did in Remake.
Yeah, so the 93 is 100% a nostalgia score.
Yeah,
but it is a billion times better.
It is Two Towers, not Empire Strikes Back. I'm just waiting for whatever the next final, and I think I don't even know what they're gonna call it. It's gonna be with an R, but people are saying Revenge. It can't be Reunion because they've already used Reunion in a game title. What do you think, Vic? What do you think the third title is gonna be? Do you think they're gonna announce it this year with the new Final Fantasy? Do you think Final Fantasy 7-3 comes out this year?
Final Fantasy 7-3, dude?
Or whatever the third title.
Part 3.
Part 3.
10-2. It'll be 7-3, 7-2.
Hey, 10-2 though is the best Final Fantasy of the last 30 years, so...
I don't know. Have you guys played the original? That one's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 10?
Yeah, 10's alright.
No, 7.
Oh yeah.
It's not 30 years old, dude.
Yeah, it is actually.
It's more than 30 years old. I mean,
well, no, it's
it might
25.
actually be 97. Yeah.
It's 25 years old.
I would take Final Fantasy X-2 over original Final Fantasy.
It's like I'm gonna show Vic girlfriend the case to Final Fantasy 7. I'm like, do you know what this is? And she's like, I don't know. I'm like, too young for you, bro.
You have a wish list on your fucking.
On my what?
Oh, on your fucking on your fucking Twitch. Sorry. Why is there? I don't know. It says there. There's like a wish list.
Oh, that's like a throne thing. Yeah, it's just there.
Anyways,
I
don't know. When is the fucking second part 2 7.2 coming out to the PC? Because that's when I play it.
Oh, the end of this month.
Okay, well that's when I'm playing it. So I'll give my review of this game when that comes, because I'm not gonna buy another copy of this game because I played the first one and I'm like, oh, okay, so it's kind of like the first one with a twist. It's like a DJ remix. It's still the original song, but it's like slightly mixed different with another rapper in it.
Yeah, other games that 100% don't deserve their score. Frostpunk 2.
Whoa, just because it's... Oh, I get it. It's pick on Victor Day.
No, it's all right. It's not an 85. I'm sorry. The first game was an 85.
Well,
the second one learned
like
almost nothing from the first, and it does this really obnoxious thing where it's divided into chapters so that it seems like it's digestible, but all your stuff carries over. There's no like generic chapter start point. So if you're in like the last chapter and you fucked up in chapter 2 and can't get enough sustainable food for like the final chapter, the final freeze, you still got to go all the way back and start over again. But it's a really bad game design to split it up like that and not give you a like salvageable starting point at the beginning of each chapter. And they don't.
But that was like the only game, a strategy game of substance that came out this year, because all the other ones were remakes of older ones.
I mean, you had a bunch of indie ones that came out this year.
Okay, well, like Bannerlord, no, that's not a strategy game.
Bannerlord? Oh, no. Bannerlord's no, it's a stupid. Well, that is the issue. Everyone and their mom is like crafting, and Frostpunk's not a strategy game either. It's a city builder.
But you know
so it's competing with like Timberborn, which is fantastic and flew completely under the radar. Stuff like that. There's another great city builder came out this year too. Oh, Against the Storm. Is that actually out of early access yet, though?
I don't think so.
That game's stupid good.
I was gonna say, I feel like I watched a video about that like a year or two ago.
It's a roguelike city builder. It's been early access forever.
Yeah.
Like
oh no, it's 1.0.
And that it's a complete game. Like,
yeah, it's 1.0.
I don't know why it calls itself early access.
But it came out literally December 8th of last year.
Now.
So it's like the most.
When yeah. Yeah, I'll wait to. That's such a late pickup.
That's not even a late pickup. That's like past. It's like movies do it well because they release all their movies on Christmas, like holiday weekend, and it feels great. But video games releasing like that time doesn't feel great because they're like, I'm just trying to get through my backlog.
To be honest, too, with like its release, it had been early access for so long that its release is not. This is part of my problems with early access. Like, it's so hard to get hyped over
early access, just anything.
Yeah.
There's
also the pirate strategy game. If you want actual strategy games, Rogue Waters, that one's okay.
Don't matter.
Like,
Civ's coming
out
out this
like
year.
78.
Civ 7, boys.
Yeah, have they actually said this year?
Yep, this year.
Man,
comes out February 11th.
Are you
Holy
even a
crap.
Civ guy?
Yeah.
Me?
What?
No, is Para a fucking Civ guy? I've never heard you even mention playing.
I like Brexit. I love
Braxis.
I've been traumatized by Civ because, well, you know who Steve is.
Yeah.
I've been traumatized because I used to play against a friend of the show,
Kunz or
Steve
Kotera?
Kunz, and he would demolish me in verses, like in the most unfair, fucked up ways possible. Like, turn all my people against me through religious fervor and then nuke me off the face of the planet.
Civ Versus is bad because it's kind of like Monopoly.
Yeah, it straight up is.
The game's
Once you
decided.
sno-
The game's decided in like the first 20 turns,
Yeah, like it
And then
snowballs
it's-
so hard.
and then it's like 4 hours of crime.
Yeah. I just tried to build out a peaceful scientific like economy, and he just went straight for religion and propaganda and fucked my shit in.
Was that 2 or 3?
3.
Okay.
And since then, I like the one on console. That Civilization,
Civ Revolutions.
Civ Revolutions was really fun.
Civ 6 took a lot of the innovations from a lot of like the best parts of Revolution and put it into Civ.
So
Which one was the one that came out on PS3? Was that Revolutions?
Yep, all the
Yep.
console ones were Revolutions until recently, because I think 6 is available on Xbox. Since Microsoft has been reaching out to try to get strategy games. They have fucking Stellaris now, of all things.
they do really, like, I think I remember reading an article about how they tried everything in power to get like Age of Empires, and like they're now going to do it with StarCraft. They're going to put it on Game Pass, and they want it to work on console. Like,
That's a big.
StarCraft?
That's the real-time strategy game's going to be a lot harder
yeah,
without mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, you just can't do it. I know Red Alert, Command and Conquer Red Alert was on console. I played it.
There've
You
been
could do
some-
story, but
there-
like
There's some good ones, but yeah, well, multiplayer is almost impossible because you have to be able to pause to fight on 2 fronts, and those games basically demand fighting on multiple fronts. So yeah,
any last thoughts on your list, Dan?
on my list, No Trio was a big disappointment.
I still find it so weird that
better
Helldivers came
than-
out last year.
It's better than Lies of P. But we talked about Lies of P last year when that was when that game came out, was everybody's favorite darling, and talked about how bad it was. But it really is just people don't like hard games. Like games that actually are difficult and make you do stuff
I agree.
and learn to play them.
Fuck that.
Like they really don't. And people sit here and review Souls-likes who suck at games and suck at Souls-likes, and they go, "This game's no fun, I can't do anything."
I mean, that's why I haven't beaten Sekiro, because I can't get past the Allfather, and that's a game that you can't keep on ramming your head over and over again because you spread plague rot and NPCs die, and that means you can't get the good ending, and if you can't get the good ending, what the hell is the fucking point? So in that regard,
yeah.
fuck you, Dan.
Once again,
Whoa.
though, if you're bad at those games, that's fine. Don't play them.
And that's why I stopped playing.
He said
Definitely
skill issue,
don't
bro.
review them.
Game's working as intended, Para.
Like,
Sekiro is amazing. I just can't get past the Allfather boss.
yeah, a lot of disappointments in the scores. Some games I feel like really should have scored higher. Flight Simulator.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I feel like they reviewed the console version. I know a lot of it was they kind of built it for top-end machines and then scaled back, so people not running like 2 of the best video cards. Everything looks kind of flat and planed out, and there's a lot of complaints about that. But yeah, I don't know. And I think people once again are mad about the plane selling stuff, or like the different planes or DLC, but that was in the last game, so it is what it is.
I don't know. After seeing like I saw a great meme online where the NVIDIA showcase a couple days ago, it was like a 5070 is the same power as a 4090, and then it shows Patrick Bateman. He's like, oh, that's great, but how about if you turn off AI? What's the performance then?
Oh yeah. Turn off AI.
Yeah, turn off AI. Let's see when you turn off AI.
Other disappointment, State of Decay 3 did not come out this year.
Yeah, it was like zero news, zero everything. It was like,
well, they have official, because they were developing State of Decay 2 at the beginning of the year still, and then they handed it off to Microsoft's like continuation team, the group that takes over games that people are playing, continues to like balance and bug fix and add content and stuff. And then those guys are done, so, but still no release date for State of Decay 3.
This might be I mean, I say this every year, but might possibly be a banger year for Microsoft finally, because you got Avowed coming out.
Yeah, now that like their two biggest, most awaited titles from last year.
Yeah, you got
maybe coming out
Avowed,
this year.
Fable, and then they announced that they're basically allowing Halo to be developed by people who know how to make first-person shooter games. So like.
Not
Machine
343 or whatever.
Yeah, like Machine Games, or like people who actually know how to do like shoot 'em ups.
Is the new Elder Scrolls this year?
No. In fact, there was an article recently that like came out that said the year that they announced that Todd Howard announced Elder Scrolls 3 is the exact long time that it's been since the last Elder Scrolls was released. So we're in this period where like some things just get fucking. It just gets announced way too early.
So didn't he already say that like no matter what they do, the hype will be too much? And I'm like, well, yeah, because you every year you fucking make empty promises, you jackass.
Yeah.
Like,
and really, if we're honest, Skyrim has so like. Can you remember the vanilla Skyrim experience?
No.
Very.
Because I don't. I remember like the 8,000 mods I loaded up by like year 2.
I can't stand Elder Scrolls. I hate Elder Scrolls. I don't like Elder Scrolls. It's whack. Hair's whack. It talks whack. Everything about Western. I hate Western RPGs. There, I said it.
Hey, typical Imperial.
Hey, weeb.
Like the last Western RPG that I liked was Mass Effect, and even that was like they could have doubled down on the actual game theory, but instead they fucking caved and were like, "Oh no, red, blue, white, green, ending. Have fun." So fuck Western RPGs. Fuck Baldur's Gate 3. Fuck all that nonsense. Fuck
Have you
them.
even played Baldur's Gate 3
Fuck
yet?
no. I'm not. I fuck Hasbro and fuck D&D. Gamba
Well, they
bullshit.
might be selling.
No.
They might be selling D&D.
They're not selling D&D. D&D is their Magic, and D&D is their number one cash cow right now, which is why they're doing Gamba in D&D now.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. Fuck D&D.
Yeah.
In February 2024, Hasbro, the publisher of D&D, denied rumors that it was selling the franchise to Tencent, a Chinese video game company. The rumors were based on a report from a Chinese news site, Speed Daily.
It's no, the latest rumors weren't over them selling to Tencent. It was they were in talks with the gambling company to, I guess, do whatever it is the gambling company is doing.
No, they are. They are doing it. They have a partnership with them.
Yeah, but I don't know what they're doing. That's the issue. Like,
They're making a interactive RPG Gamba game with D&D licensing. But the problem. So this is,
don't they already have one of those? Don't they already have one of those?
No.
Is that what that like Neverwinter stuff is?
No. So the other problem though.
Champions of Neverwinter.
Are you ready for your pachinko D&D, bro?
Oh no, it gets worse. So next month, Monster Manual 3.0 comes out, but the virtual tabletop that is built in Unreal 5 also comes out. guess how you're gonna have to pay for assets. You can't just buy a red dragon. No, they're probably gonna make you buy loot boxes in order to get a fucking red dragon. To use their virtual tabletop.
Hell yeah.
Why would you have to pay for whatever?
Because it's a special red dragon. It's a special edition red dragon in their Unreal
No one's
Engine
gonna
5.
use their virtual tabletop anyway.
You say.
There are a billion other services right now.
I know, but that's what they're doubling down on. They're doubling down on the fact that they're D&D and that people don't want to use third-party apps to go to like Roll20 or Demiplane or all the other websites. They just want to play within D&D's ecosystem. And
Look, people don't want to play D&D online. They want to play D&D around a table with their friends. And half of them just want to play the D&D they played when they were 14. So Hasbro still hasn't caught on to how D&D works.
I know, but they're just the golden age of D&D is now done, because all the people that made D&D successful are now leaving D&D. They're making their own fucking games. This is gonna be the year.
D&D got lost in the sauce, bro.
It did. Speaking about lost in the sauce,
Well, it'll be the mid to late 90s again, when D&D was on 2.5 and just pumping out books that nobody cared about. And you had all these other games coming out that people were getting into. The World of Darkness, Deadlands, Cyberpunk was taking off. Like the game system. Shadowrun took off in America with its second edition. Like, it'll be like that all over again.
yeah.
I still don't think D&D will be anything but the most popular role-playing game system, but they'll go from their complete market dominance right now to like the average person playing D&D and something else, or rotating through a bunch of games again. Especially since, you know, a big part of what sells D&D is getting the young crowd into the new edition, because older people will just keep playing their old editions.
Yeah.
And if everything goes online, you're now asking those people's parents to buy them subscriptions and pay monthly instead of buying a book.
But that's why they hired this Gamba company to figure it out. To get kids hooked on gambling D&D. Because Hasbro doesn't care. Which, by the way, I'm a total hypocrite. Dan has way more, like, morale than me, because I'm fucking buying stupid fucking secret layers. I'm about to drop $1,000 in May when Final Fantasy Magic comes out. So I'm a total fucking hypocrite. Speaking of hypocrites, Vic.
Huh? What did I do? What the fuck? Why am I a hypocrite?
How did your list pan out for you?
Pretty good. Pretty good. I didn't get credit for Factorio Space Age, which should have won me the game, but whatever. I mean, that's whatever.
You also have an empty slot.
Well, that was just the game that didn't release. I think it'll probably show. Yes, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
Wait, you dropped that? That released.
Did it?
Yeah.
Fairly high score.
Yeah, it got
fantastic.
Yeah. It got like an 81.
Wait, it says bid amount. No, I guess no. It didn't go through, I guess. December 7th.
So.
I dropped Little Nightmares 3.
Oh. That's coming out next year.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
this
So
year.
it was moot. It was
If you tried to do Indiana Jones, so there's a week overlay, and Indiana Jones came out.
Well, that would have won me the game. And
the reviews were out. No, I had that happen last year. I tried to buy. Oh no, was it this year? The Prince of Persia game, the first one. The side scroller, was that early this year? Because I was going to get that, but then reviews came out between when I put my bid on it and when it was going to.
That and what was the other game that
finalized.
was a shadow drop that would have scored really well? The rhythm game that they dropped, like Microsoft dropped, Tango Games.
Oh, yeah.
What was it called?
I don't remember.
Hold on. Tango game.
Was that?
Hi-Fi Rush.
Yeah,
I
that
would've-
was last year's, right?
I know, but I would have bid on it, but it was a shadow drop. It literally was, oh, here's
Yeah.
a game, comes out, there you go, full release,
Yeah.
no review, shadow drop.
Yeah, well, that was because the Prince of Persia. As soon as they gave us the date, I was like, okay, it's this year. I'll add that, and then it was like 2 days later, while I'm waiting for the bids to go through, the first reviews came out. I'm like, well, this is some goddamn bullshit.
Dragon's Dogma 2. I know that was gonna be a banger because the first one was a banger, and I'm like, Capcom, they're still gonna fuck it up, but the games, like the core gameplay, is gonna still be pretty good. Tekken 8. Tekken 8.
Fuck you.
Elden
Stole
Ring.
that one from Para.
You
yeah.
stole that one from me.
Elden Ring, Shadow of the Air Tree. Self-explanatory. It's fucking Elden Ring. People like just busting for that game.
Like I said,
Persona,
a lot of controversy with no substance.
Persona 3 Reload. It's just Persona. Who hates Persona games?
Me.
Would you give it a bad review because you hated it? Not really.
No, I'd give it a bad review because it doesn't respect my time.
That's fair,
Mind
though.
you, a bad review for that is still going to be like in the 80s because they are well-crafted stories and they do exactly like they don't lie about the fact that they don't respect your time.
Oh man.
Frostpunk 2. From what I've seen about that game, it did score a little higher on this critic thing than what I've seen. People give it definitely like it's not as good as the first one energy.
Mm-hmm.
How much did this first one score?
Let's see.
Frostpunk.
Oh,
so the first one got 86.
Yeah.
So
and this one's
the
85.
average, yeah. So the idea that it's like it's just on par is just from what I've read is just not true.
It got a
Just
90. Oh, that's player rating. Critics
That's
respond.
player, yeah.
They made some very questionable decisions in how they do the chapter system. They didn't learn anything from their bullshit last time, where it was just like we're working together and things are dark, or I'm just gonna be an authoritarian douche and things are dark, and like the authoritarian one's a overall worse path. They didn't learn anything from that. Like one of the paths is just better. And there's a whole bunch of
meta-wise, right?
Yeah, in terms of so the path that is nice is just better benefits all the way down. Like there's no reason ever to side with the old school authoritarians left over from the original colony.
Gotcha.
Yeah, like the suppression units and the spotlight guys and all that shit, where it's like, oh, you got to suppress the riots.
Well, so you get units to do that from either side. It's just one side is like, I'm going to beat up my own citizens, and the other side, and throw them in jail and execute them until they stop. And the other side is like, we're going to put people into rehabilitation facilities so that we don't lose all these workers. And also, we're not going to make things so terrible that they want to revolt in the first place. Like, the guys who are like, we're going to handle civil unrest, cause the civil unrest they then have to handle. They are their own problem. And more importantly, they're worse at getting resources, like all the way through the game. You're just always better to pick the other faction's choice. The adaptive choices. Like, and I get that they're trying to make that message that it's better to give up on the old ways and adapt to your environment and do things that are functionally better. And I'm like, that's great for a message, but it gives you a right and a wrong choice in a game mechanic. Yeah.
Stalker Heart of Chernobyl, when it released and it had all these game breaking bugs, and I'm like, oh, I kind of saw it coming. Everybody who loves it, and when Dan said they would have gave it a good review anyways, I knew that it was gonna get it wasn't gonna go bad, because like people are hard just like for this fucking game and the Stalker series in general. So I was like, well, that's a decent pick.
What was like a major upset?
Girl with the gun. I hands down thought this was gonna be some fucking like, you know, YouTuber bait, React YouTuber bait. Or it's how top of the morning tell you today we're playing Squirrel with a gun. You know, fucking.
That Jacksepticeye was gonna.
Yeah. I thought fucking what's the guy? Hey guys.
Markiplier.
Oh my God, is that the bite of 87? Yeah, I thought it was gonna be one of those games where like it's average. It's what, like 75 overall or whatever the fuck.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it got very, very harshly teaked. Yeah, they're kind of all over the place, to be honest. Like some are like 6 out of 10, 4 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10, 5 or 5 out of 10. What a weird number, 5.5. Remember GamePro used to use head face reactions?
That's my channel emotes.
Is it really?
Yeah, look at the subscriber stuff. That's my badges.
I don't need no stinking badges.
See?
And what? Oh yeah! Holy shit! That's so cool. What an obscure reference we both just got.
Well, you have the first badge, so yeah, I use the GamePro rating system as my badges.
Come on.
I actually miss. Was it GamePro that didn't like rate the game out of like 10 or whatever? It had the different categories: gameplay, graphics, replayability. Like that was like, such a better system than just
outright overall
8 out of 10. Yeah.
Like everything put together, it's like, all right, like it's like saying Dynasty Warriors. The gameplay's fun. It's just mindless, like chop, 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 swing, chop. You know, fucking. Yeah. Story's just like, okay, dude. Like, really, what do you expect from this game? It's a hack and slash, like mind. It's like brain rot. The game.
So what's Dirty Money on your list?
Dirty Money.
I can see 2 games as Dirty Money.
Black Ops. I fucking hate Call of Duty series in general, and it's just like
the single player was pretty cool. Just the multiplayer just sucks right now. Like the cheating is so rampant right now. It's like remember that era of PUBG where it was like everything was like cheating or else?
Yeah, there was a bit. Well, the game ran like fucking shit.
Yeah.
That's why I stopped playing it. I'm like, God damn, bro. Like, I'm not even saying I want to have like high-end graphics on this game, but like, can you just make the game run?
Yeah,
like,
that's kind of how Warzone is right now. It just feels like you're just getting like it's like, hey, it's an open secret, guys. Just use fucking cheats. Like nobody's taking this game seriously anymore. So just cheat while you still can until Xbox really reins it in.
I don't know what the other one is. Maybe Mario and Luigi. Just
Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero. That game was so overhyped. People talking about.
Oh yeah.
People talking about that's going to be at Evo this year, and like the fact of the matter is that like the game is just like it's always been a busted piece of shit game, and like
yeah, it was just a janky kid game.
Yeah, and like all these people,
or sorry, a rated T for teen game.
Yeah,
they're like, we can say fuck every hour.
Yeah, there's just all these people who are like, oh yeah, no, this is the greatest. This is so fucking cool, and it's like they literally had like an official tournament where literally like for 30 minutes they just dashed up and down, and like the official tournament organizers were like, you need to stop doing this or we'll disqualify you, and the players are like, no, this is a legit strat. Like, you can't stop us from doing this because this is a legit strat from the 2000s because androids don't run on key, so we could just dash up and down because we don't run out of key by flying, and we're just zoning each other until one of us miss inputs. And it's like
that was just never a serious like fighting game.
I know, but people
3D fighters like Naruto, all these fucking like
arena fighters, yeah,
there you go, arena fighters. They're just so bad. Like they're just not what you want them to be. It's like they will never be, 2D like Street Fighter, Tekken, and all these other games. Although Tekken is like 2.5D, just because it's like there's depth to it, kind of like Virtua Fighter.
No, it has 3D planes. It's just not a 3D fighter.
Since we're picking on Vic right now on his list, he's literally got 2 games that are original IPs on his list. And that's only if you count Brothership as an original.
Oh my god, everything is a sequel. Holy shit.
Or a DLC.
Oh my god.
Or a remake.
He's got
Squirrel with a Gun and Black Myth Wukong.
Wow.
Wow. Dragon Ball Z isn't like a sequel. I guess it is.
No, it is.
It is a sequel?
It is a sequel to Budokai. They even said it's a sequel to Budokai.
Oh, I don't know.
Because the Japanese name for Dragon Ball Sparking is Budokai Tenkaichi 0.
Oh yeah, I remember. Hobo 3? I don't know. I didn't read shit about it. I picked it up just because I like kind of tangentially thought like, oh, this might score fucking mid-80s. Just nothing special. Just painfully average. 7 across the boards. Painfully average.
I mean, you almost won.
Exile. I know, but Factorio Space Age fucking didn't have enough critics or some shit, and now I have to sit with the first guy to lose.
Also like to point out that, if you had some trust in Outlaws, gone with something else.
He had.
I'd say any of the other 8 billion games I had that didn't come out.
me and Vic were talking too, and I was like, Vic, you gotta choose a counter pick soon. And he's like, I don't know what you want to pick. And I'm like, go Outlaws, bro. You know that's gonna not do well. It's Ubisoft.
No, it was like 2 games, and like one was like another one in there that probably didn't release. I think it was like Commando or something.
You got Toxic Commando. Or Para got Toxic Commando.
I got Toxic Commando.
Somebody snagged that one immediately because there's no buzz on it. But John Carpenter, like his games have a pretty solid like high 70s release.
Yeah.
And I feel like anything with John Carpenter's in the name is going to get reviewed by horror fans who are going to give it decent scores.
I just think it's like techno songs. What was I gonna say? What were we talking? Oh yeah, Star Wars Outlaws. That I don't know. I knew I was just like worried because I was like, even if it is bad, it's still gonna score in the 80s. Because people just like Star Wars, it's the IP Star Wars, and it still scored.
No, they're always pretty heavy on Star Wars. Unless it's Cal Kestis. People really like the Fallen Order stuff. But like Ubisoft, they do not rate Ubisoft games. Like I've seen it enough now that I'm not even going to bother with Assassin's Creed Shadows, even though I think it's going to be a really good game.
I mean, maybe they should stop releasing bad games. That'd help.
I mean, Outlaws is a serious could have been Game of the Year contender.
I don't know about that one, Chief. I'm still saying
play it. You guys have. I don't know about that. I never played this game.
Yeah, but I know enough people, not reviewers, people who actually just broke down like story bit by bit and like mechanics bit by bit, and they're like, these are some pretty glaring bad things about the mechanics.
Just in the tutorial, it's the thing that you gotta steal credits from people, but you can only steal from cops.
You don't have to steal credits from anybody.
Yeah, there was like a scene where like you're supposed to be this outlaw. What was that meme where they had like the book review? It's like the most deadly assassin in the world, whose only weakness is old ladies, women, children, and anybody who has like some sort of fucking like.
You don't have to pickpocket anybody.
I'm not trying.
In the whole game.
There's enough people, Dan, that pointed out all the glaring flaws of that game that
they should actually try playing it.
They did play it, Dan.
Obviously not.
Okay, whatever.
Point me to the reviews so I can tell you why they're wrong, because I already did a whole.
It wasn't a review. It was a technical breakdown. They played the whole game and pointed out all.
Point me out to the technical breakdown so I can point out where they're just straight up wrong.
What about that? You can like just
more than a few that are just straight up wrong.
I don't actually. Fuck you, Dan. No, because that's the score. Get over it.
Yeah, I played the whole game. Like I said, it's my game that got the shittiest reviews this year.
I didn't have Dan dying on Star Wars Outlaws hill.
I didn't think I'd die on the hill either. That game was so much better than I expected.
It's just like so random. It's like I think I said from the very beginning, even when we initially, I was like, I just don't have a dog in this fight. If it's good, it's good. I'll play it. If it's not, it's shit. Then it is what it is. Like, it's Ubisoft. Can't trust them. And sure enough, it's just like I said. It's just kind of Ubisoft. Back to my list. Homeworld 3. Yeah, like I said, painfully. I have nothing. I know nothing. Absolutely nothing about fucking Homeworld 3. Path of Exile 2. I still have to play it.
It's not even out.
Is it really?
Wait.
Because it's a free-to-play game. You can't currently play for free.
Wait, what game?
Path of Exile 2.
Oh yeah, that game is. That's also a whack fucking score.
Yeah, 100%.
That is 100% a whack fucking score. So fuck your Facturo Space Age. Path of Exile 2 is fucking whack.
Whatever. Stay mad.
That is actually a whack score. Because it's not even out yet. You're literally playing for early access for a. You're literally paying to play a free-to-play game. That is actually fucking stupid. I'm serious. That is actually fucking stupid.
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes they get bitchy about business decisions, and sometimes Path of Exile 2 gets an 87.
Dude, what? Okay, there's a thing. Did not release in the league. Wait, this game did not release in the league year, but yet he got points for.
Because it has enough reviews. It should be flagged like Hades.
I know. It should be flagged exactly like Hades. But you know what? You got a fucking 90. So, shame on both of you.
Well, no, we said early access was allowed.
Yeah, but like...
It's because we didn't allow getting games that were in early access but slated to release.
Yeah.
Because of early access. Like, the early access system screws all this stuff up on top of just being a bad system.
Yeah.
Dude,
early access is such an annoying.
I hate the idea of paying to beta test games. Like, that's a job. People do that as a career.
That's true. Any final thoughts?
Black
Myth Wukong was cool.
I like its final score. I agree with the 82. I prefer, because the game I think is better. That's kind of the same this year. Was Long Fallen Dynasty, and it got an 81, and I'm cool with that score too. So,
just run down the last few because I think we've already kind of talked about all of them. Mario and Luigi Brothership. I have no idea what the fuck that is.
I was surprised it got that low of a score.
I did too. That's because it was. I was like, oh, it's a Nintendo game. They're always like,
not after Princess Peach Showtime, man.
Oh, dude, exactly. I was like, why is Nintendo just like fumbling it? But then, Superstar Jamboree was a banger. It's the best fucking Mario Party in like decades. Like, the last Mario Party was good, but it had no fucking boards. And then the first Mario Party of the Switch was dog shit. But this one was actually like fucking the best Mario Party. And I don't know why
the last Mario Party on the console.
Before Jamboree.
No. It's always the best one. It's the last Mario Party on the console.
Oh yeah, the last one.
Because aren't they doing like a Switch Plus or something now?
Well, like basically, I think next week, I think Nintendo has no excuse not to announce the Switch 2 because there's all these leaks coming out of CES about like third-party accessories, basically just showing off the Switch 2. Like, oh, this is the case that you're gonna use for the Switch 2. Oh, you have to buy a new SSD or a new micro SD card for the Switch 2 because it doesn't use the old micro card SD. It's like micro card Express 1 or something. I don't know. It's kind of lame, but like, yeah, you're right. It's like the last Mario Party is the best one in the console generation, but
Barking Zero, we talked about it. It's basically a sequel, but it's overhyped. It's Arena Fighter, big whoop. Silent Hill Remake 2 is fucking cool.
That's actually one I gotta give them, because that's Blooper, and I hate them. They make terrible trash games. But when they get to remake somebody else's game, they can apparently do great. Like, phenomenal at it.
They found not only did they make it better, they found a way to like emphasize the
weird like psychological horror.
Yeah. And
because that's what it is. This is what it was. The original was like a psychological horror,
and they did it in an age when everybody knows.
Yeah, everybody knows it. Like
the tricks and the stuff that's coming. Like, you can just look it up.
Yeah.
You ever see
they still managed to pull it off?
Did you ever see they modded it so that they can get rid of all the fog? And it's just like the atmosphere is so dead. It's like, oh wow. Could you bring the fog back?
Can you bring the fog back?
It's just so ironic that it was like a thing that they used to save on memory for like the old PS1 that's now kind of like a feature of the game. And it just feels, the game without fog just feels like, welcome to Silent Hill.
I don't know if it was done solely to save memory space, because they could have done like a tree line or
they wanted
building line. The fog really makes the game claustrophobic.
The original Silent Hill 2, they created fog because they needed they didn't want to have load screens, but they wanted assets to pop in later. But the fog created this ability in the PlayStation 2 to create more ambience.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. There are other things they could have done to hide stuff popping in, but the fog really works for the game.
Yeah. I've yet to play it. I really want to play it. I played the original, but it's been so far out that it would almost be like a fresh playthrough because it's been so long since I played like Silent Hill 2 OG. You sniped fucking Dragon Quest for me, you piece of shit.
I did? Haha, good. Shut up. And yeah, my counterpick Vampire the Masquerade. Oh yeah, I can't wait to Tremere on these guys.
God.
And he Tremered all over the bad guys.
Tremere in time.
I have Tremere in time.
Dude, did you see the reveal trailer for Tremere?
Yes, I have.
Comments, I mean, that's all it was all like, man, I love the part where he was saying Tremere in time.
I have been secretly recording reaction videos for all of the Dev Diary stuff that they've been announcing, and I'm gonna put an anthology out of them. And all I'm trying to do is like find an editor to edit them to make it. I want them to be better quality, but I have been very, very like almost like keeping my hand on the pulse around its neck because I cannot wait to hate that game.
Hell yeah, dude!
I cannot. I'm gonna fucking hate fuck it.
I'm going to take it in the next draft, just so it scores high so I can laugh.
My favorite part is
reviewed entirely by World of Darkness fans who insist it's good, no matter how bad it is.
Do you understand that's going to be my first pick? You understand that, right?
Not if I pick first.
No, you can't, Dan. You fucking can't. I mean, actually, we don't know. We don't know who picks first, but actually, I think you do pick first. You don't wait, Dan. You don't want to waste it. You get Grand Theft Auto 6. Don't spite take it from me. Don't spite take it from me. You want to win. Get Grand Theft Auto 6.
I don't think GTA 6 is going to make it next year.
Oh no, it's totally coming out this year. 100%.
I like how Dan is still in 24.
Yeah.
I think mentally I'm still in 2020.
It's not officially 2025.
You know what I say, dude? I say monomacy, dude. You guys fight for bloodlines.
All right. I'm not gonna talk about my list because my list was. I mean, I was surprised. I took. There's only one game. Okay, 2 games that I knew were going to be bangers, like right from the rip, and that was Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and what's it called? Metaphor Refantasio. I knew those games were going to hit. But Astrobot, I cannot believe Astrobot is that fucking high.
It's not that good.
It's
I don't want to say it's a bad game because it's not. It's not a 95.
So here's the problem, and it calls out people for being total hypocrites, and I understand that. But like people are like, well, when a Mario game comes out and it's a 95, you don't complain. I'm like, yeah, because Nintendo actually puts DLC in their platformers, and they try to innovate, and they try to exceed the 3D platform. Astrobot is just a walking billboard. It's literally the member berries, the game. I literally just saw the speed run of it this Sunday, and I was like, wow, look at all the Sony references. Cool.
It's just a Sony commercial.
It's just a giant Sony commercial.
What are they, product placement? Like when Adam Sandler makes fun of like product placement while doing product placement.
Yeah.
Like, hey, it's me, Gilmore from Golf. I like Subway, don't you? And it's like, wait, is this like a meta joke about doing a plug for Subway while doing a plug for Subway?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? And it's like Astrobot's like, oh, get it.
I respect the company, the people who made the game, because they were people who worked on classic platformers like Ape Escape and older platforming games. And so the fact that a AAA game in the year of our Lord 2024 beat out everybody, like a cutesy platformer beating out everything that 2024 laid out, is both an accomplishment and, I wouldn't say sad, just kind of like but I'm glad Elden Ring, the Year Tree, did not win, or just anything like that, because then that would be the Ouroboros of our game industry, where it's like nothing new, just remake everything, sequelize the shit out of everything, nothing cool, just keep on putting out the same shit.
Hey, I'll say this. Marvel Rivals pick, that's dirty money, bro.
That is not 76 is exactly where it needs to be.
That 50 cents, man, it's covered in blood.
That is exactly.
It's not even a dirty dollar.
It's not exactly. It is not even a dirty dollar. 100% agree. That is not a dirty dollar. What is a dirty? What dirty? But like, okay, 100% dirty money. Dawn Trail.
Astrobot.
Astrobot is definitely dirty money.
Destiny's 2's fucking boring ass game.
No. Okay, let me lament. Let me lament real quick. That is the game that brought Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. At the end, I was kind of like, oh, I get it. We are Cloud. The audience is Cloud. Our expectations is all muddy. We don't know if Aerith is dead or alive, and we just don't know. We're now Cloud. Ooh, like I came off beating that game like just
But it's your favorite director guy or whatever. The one who's like
Nomura's he's the executive producer, not the director. Katase is the director.
whoever you have a hard on because it's like it's Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, Nomura, but he's gonna do Kingdom Hearts 4, and it's gonna be Final Fantasy 13 verses inside Kingdom Hearts 4.
Yeah, what the fuck happened to 13 verses?
It became 15, and then Nomura got mad, so he basically is force fucking it into Kingdom Hearts now. Because Nomura can't lose.
Man, what that's a whole nother discussion. But what the fuck happened to
Destiny 2 Final Shape, man. As somebody who's been playing the original Destiny and got to literally see the ups and downs of that franchise and just everything about that game is like the spruce goose of video games. It should not have succeeded. It was messy. It's gone through fucking 4 publishers. Activision, they went indie. They did Blizzard. Yeah, so Destiny 2
okay.
Or original Destiny was Bungie with Microsoft. But then Bungie left Microsoft and went to Activision, and then Activision and Blizzard helped with Destiny 2's launch, and then Bungie left Activision and decided to go indie, and then they realized that their game was way too big to stay indie, and then Sony bought them. So they've literally gone the full, like, except for Nintendo, they've literally gone the full circle around the game industry. And, like, I don't know how you could survive 10 years of that, but, dude, they did it. They landed the plane with, like, you know how, like, in cartoons, there's that luggage that has like all those stickers on it because it's just been around the world and it looks beat up. But then you open the package and you're just like, it's just your stuff's there. It's just like welcome home. It's a welcome home. It's such, oh my God. I could not be more happy that I honest to God would say that my game of the year last year was Destiny 2 Final Shape. And it's sad because I have not played it. I have not even done what the game wants me to do, which is like the daily grind and do all the strikes and do the raid content and get really involved in it because I don't care anymore. They gave me a complete story. They finally answered all the questions.
You've entered catharsis.
Yeah, I've complete catharsis. Like everything now makes sense. We know how the world is. We know how the universe works. We understand how light and dark works. Like, we get the traveler. Like, it was just such. The way it ends is so beautiful. It is so magical, and I literally cried. I couldn't believe that they were like, Nathan Fillion should have gotten considered for like performance of the year, because there's just so many times where it's just you and Cade, who is voiced by Nathan Fillion, and Cade is just like, man, all those times, like, you know, I'm just kind of catching up to like everything that's been happening, and like, it's kind of like he is talking to you as like a player that is like, man, we've been through it, haven't we? Like Activision Blizzard, now Sony, and now. But like the grim dark truth of it is that the catharsis is done, and I'm glad, because the future of Destiny is very grim. It is almost like sad, because Sony wants no business with that game anymore. They literally only bought Bungie so that they could steal their algorithm to inject games of service into their other franchises, and Bungie's algorithm basically said, live services don't work, jackass.
I remember reading an article about that where they
Yeah.
said that like
They tried to do it with The Last of Us.
No, you so fucking Destiny devs revealed that to Sony that like the game will die after like 3 months.
Yeah.
Like
And,
basically they're like, yeah, we could do it. We'll do it. But just so you know, it's gonna die in like 3-4 months. Like it's gonna be basically dead in the water.
Yeah.
And they're like, what?
And literally Sony was like, then why did we buy you then? And the people at Bungie was like, because I thought you liked Destiny and that we're like the only, next to like maybe The Hunt and maybe Warframe, the only active live game, service game that is successful. And Sony was like, no. And like now like half of Bungie is gone. Whatever the Project Frontiers is basically like been neutered. And the future of Destiny is very grim. Like almost to the point where they've even announced that they're no longer doing big name expansions. It's just going to be Destiny 2 the season of. No more
Yeah,
big.
you said that before.
Yeah, and like I said, so the fact that I got my catharsis, the fact that I'm giving it its flowers right now is so important to me. Like, I thought Dawn Trail would have been my game of the year just because I loved that whole game. But yeah, my game of the year, hands down, Final Shape. What a just... And I know in my heart, Metaphor ReFantazio should be my game of the year, but I don't got 120 hours to play that game. Dude, I'm having a hard time playing fucking Final Fantasy 16 right now, and I'm only 36 hours into it.
I'm having a lot of fun with it.
I really want to play Echoes of Wisdom. I just haven't had time. Diablo Vessel of Hatred. Did you pick that up, Dan?
Nope.
Yeah, I just am. I just have no interest in Diablo 4. I just did I just watched a lore video of like what happens, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. I'm glad I didn't play it. I really want to play War Within now that Dawn Trail was such a fucking disappointment, because I heard that the War Within expansion for World of Warcraft is actually pretty decent. But Rise of the Ronin, I was really surprised that it got such a low score, because it's the same people that did Neo, and it was like a more modern day take. It had like guns and like better swordplay than the past Neo games. I played Princess Peach Showtime. It's exactly where it belongs with that 75. It's a little too easy, and like I think that gives it a little bit of discredit. It definitely is appealed to, and I hate to say this because I don't think Nintendo is in the right mindset of thinking this, but they literally want it to. They're advertising it to girls to play, and thus it makes it easier to play. But I think girls who are actually actively playing video games would be insulted by playing that game. Plucky Squire, fantastic. It needed to be a little bit long. What?
They released the Innistrad is going to have alt art monster movie posters.
Oh, and they released all the art for it?
Yeah, they're like the monsters that should have been in, I don't know, the monster
first
movie Secret Lair.
Oh.
Like, you know, the ones that were all like $1 to $2 creatures, no legends except for the coma.
I'm all magicked out until Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I saw him like, wait, what? Like Final Fantasy?
Man, they've already showed a Kefka card. They've showed a Cloud and Sephiroth card.
Man.
I'm easily $1,000. Easily.
Oh my god, dude.
Easy. All 4 commander decks, a collector booster box, and all the secret lairs. Easy. Day 1. Day 0, actually. Might even disrupt my trip to Japan this year. That's how financially ruined I'll be. But yeah,
Ruin, I tell you, ruin.
Helldivers, that was a big gamble that did not pay off for me.
Hell no. I don't know why you had such a hate for it. You're like,
Because it was a PSP game. Or a Vita game. I was like, nobody wants to play a fucking Vita game.
My response to that is, even if it was bad, it was guaranteed to be a positive score at the end of the day.
It was
There just aren't enough cooperative games.
true.
I was gonna say, what? Didn't they just announce that like they have like some movie or some shit?
Yeah, it's getting a live action movie at CES. I'm pissed that 2XKO did not get a review like these fucking Hades and
It's not
fucking
in
Path of
early
Exile.
access.
I know it was an alpha, but I'm not gonna. I'm not sure if I will bid on it this year. I'm not sure. I know it's not coming out this year because the Evo lineup got leaked, so it's not making an appearance at Evo. So chances are it's not gonna be played, or it's not gonna be out by the time Evo comes out. John Carpenter's Toxic Commando Skull and Bones sniped up.
What the fuck happened with Skull and Bones? Holy shit.
People hate Ubisoft.
It's the Ubisoft
And-
man.
And that's part, like, it's not a great game either. It's a solid, it's exactly what it promised and nothing more.
I just don't understand
and a
how
lot
you,
of people really hated that.
I just
how
don't
I'm still
understand
playing it?
Yeah, you're still playing it. Like you hold the torch for it. You're like that one guy that's still holding the torch for it.
There's a shit ton of people still playing it. It's fun.
I
It's
know.
a mindless way to kill an hour doing your, like, daily nonsense, and then you're done. It is, as games as service, it respects my time more than any other game of service has ever respected my time. You get like 90 days to do the battle pass, and it takes about 22 hours of gameplay to finish the battle pass. Like, that's how much it respects your time.
But my Marvel Rivals and Helldivers have permanent passes. They never go away, and you can always
Which
have
is-
access to them.
Which is fantastic. And
Yeah.
I wish everybody would do that.
I'm
But,
glad
like,
that is going to be the trend going into this year. Is that you cannot release a game pass or a battle pass anymore and have it go away. Marvel Rivals and Helldiver are just too popular. Unless you've already been established like Fortnite. Fortnite won't do that, but they've already said that they're going to bring back things that were in previous battle passes as like revamps, because now they have this thing called an OG battle pass. But it's all like when you buy one battle pass, you unlock all the battle passes. So I guess that's a good turn now, is that when you buy a battle pass on Fortnite, it unlocks the music, the Lego, and the OG all at the same time. But yeah, I can't hate. I can't hate. I'm really proud. This was a very hard year. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, the fact that I only won by 4 points is a testament to how hard it was. And then Dan, you cannot believe how Dan was just smoking us at the beginning of this year. He was, in fact,
I had half my points in the first 3 months.
He
Over half my points.
actually had more points. He was at like 130. It's just all these like negatives really sucked. And like, yeah, it was just like,
And most of them aren't deserved.
yeah.
I'd actually say No Tree is probably not too bad at 68. I just feel like Lies of P is a significantly worse game, and it was like an 87.
So, shall we do it, boys?
I did look through the flight sim reviews,
Yeah.
and the dings are almost entirely because you have to have a top-end machine.
Yeah.
It's almost entirely like, I can't play this game on my potato. What's wrong with these people? Everyone who could play it
It had to be like a
Gave it
4090.
gave it in like the 90s, yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, that's the test, right? Well, I mean, but I guess there are old timers out there who are like, I played it on my potato back in the day.
My friend's funny because he does have Flight Simulator, but he's like, yeah, but I'm a pilot in real life. I live this. Like, what do you mean?
I know pilots in real life who love playing that game still.
I know he likes playing. Like, dude, this is the one airliner that's a fucking blah 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 blah. It's got twin. I'm like, oh my god, what a dork.
What a dork.
What an extremely successful in life dork. I met his friend he's a fighter pilot. He was pretty funny. Because I was like, oh, here we go, Mr. Fancy Pants. I fly $1 billion airplane. And then I was like, yeah, you hear a lot of Fox 1, Fox 2. And he's like, not anymore, man. Usually Fox 3 or Fox 4. Like, he said it so sarcastically. I was like, oh my God.
So, shall we begin the new year, boys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Completely unready, but let's do this.
2025, here we go. Okay, total number of games, 18. Do we want to change that?
Nah.
Okay, games that we draft today are 9.
Wait, we're just jumping into it? Oh,
yeah,
shit.
Yeah, we're doing it. 3 counter picks, number of counter. Let me just check somebody real quick, see if they want to join. Before we start this. Special game slots. How do we go back to... How do we add somebody? Yeah. Unfortunately, my go-to website that I always use for the game lists no longer exists anymore. RIP Game Informer. That was a hard pill to swallow this year or last year.
Oh, right. Damn.
End of an era.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was like the last one that held out, because I remember when GamePro shut down. I was like, aw.
Yeah, and it was so crazy too, because they literally had the exclusive for Veilguard, and then before even Veilguard got released, they shut down the website. So it's like, oh, we had this exclusive, in-depth coverage of Veilguard, Dragon Age, and now we can't publish it. Okay, he's not responding, so we're just gonna go. We're doing it, boys. All right, standard trade system, public bid. Do we want to change the public bid to secret bid, or just still the public bid?
I honestly feel like it doesn't matter much.
Yeah.
Public bid just lets people know you've bid on the game before it's finalized, which I think is fine. It lets people try to counter bid.
Total number of counter picks 3. Number of counter picks today on the draft is 1. Minimum bid amount is 1. Standard trading system will release 1. Any unreleased 0. Only allow draft picks to be dropped. Do we still
Kirby?
Do we want to move anything?
I say let people drop anything so long as there's no scores.
Okay.
Like, because you got to pay for the non-draft pick, so it's eating into their dollar value if they drop something to pick up something else. And there was a lot of, at least over the last year, there was a lot of, funky last-minute date changes.
Okay, so we're unchecking, only allowing drafted to be dropped. So any game could be dropped now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So long as it hasn't been counterpicked.
Yeah, and then counterpick blocks drops. If this is checked, counterpick a game will prevent the original player from dropping the game.
Yeah.
Okay. Ban tags is the following: currently in early access, director's cut, partial remake, port, release internationally, remastered, and yearly installment. The current allowed tags are expansion pack, free to play, new game franchise, planned for early access, reimagining, remake, unannounced game, virtual reality, will release internationally first.
Yeah, those all sound fine.
Does that sound fine? Okay. And then we have one special game slot. And then...
For an unannounced title.
Yeah, for an unannounced title. Okay. I think that will do it. Confirm settings. Actually, advanced settings real quick. 90 plus is 2 points per over 90. Tie-breaking system, the lowest projected points. Game release score. Game release rule only needs score.
Yeah.
Okay.
If there are reviews, it's fine. Enough
Okay.
for because there's like a minimum threshold of reviews too. So it's not like they're just going to hand it off to the one person who likes them and get one review and have it count.
Okay.
And that way, stuff that should absolutely come out but then comes out as early access doesn't screw people over.
All right. Not every player has created a publisher. You must set the draft order. Okay. You need to create a publisher for this year. You already picked your... God damn it, Nick. Well, Terabad Inc. Terabad. Oh wait, what's? Because it's no longer called Facebook, it's called Meta. What would be Terabad? Double bad? Nah, I'll just keep Terabad Inc. Final First Fantasy 69. What's wrong with you? God damn, I will be very upset if you pick fucking Bloodlines out of spite first.
Game number one, baby. Game number one.
Oh my god. I'll be so mad. So, the website I'm using right now, and it's really bad, but I'm using it because I find it hilarious. It's a website called Restart, and it's basically some people who left Game Informer that work under Walmart. Walmart has created a gaming website.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, I respect the fuck out of that, dude.
And they have like an editorial mission where it's like, Walmart does not affect or impede our our decision making when it comes to like articles. But then,
I mean, yeah, that's like all of them, aren't they?
yeah, but if you go to the upcoming game release site, they have it says like, oh, this game is coming out on this date, and it'll say like PlayStation 5, but there's a pre-order button. When you click the pre-order button, it takes you to Walmart's website.
I mean, yeah, if they're gonna fucking spend all this money on these guys,
Yeah.
and then their affiliate links will make the money, unless you use that what's that scandal that dropped? The honey.
The honey.
Wow, that blew up. Holy shit.
I mean, they're gonna get sued to hell right now. PayPal's gonna take a hit, but it's not gonna be like as big of a hit as like what people are assuming it's gonna be. Because PayPal is like fucking gross, and like there are way worse things that PayPal is up to than like honey.
Man,
All
I
right.
remember that. That's another.
Set draft order. Recommended inverse of last year's result. Yeah. So that means Dan would go first. You guys who published nothing. All right. Inverse of last year.
I do find it funny when two guys who publish anything, and I had like half my fucking catalog didn't come out.
Yeah.
Like apparently, no, we don't.
You rebranded the two guys who published nothing.
You lose.
You lose.
Geister.
We stole fizzy lifting drinks.
And the everything we had. You touched the
ate
roof.
that fucking gobstopper. We ate it. Screw that candy man.
Screw that candy man. Okay.
Talk about
All right. Start the draft. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna wait to see if this guy replies. Derek decline. Will decline. But Will totally just like when he played, he just was like resident sleeper. He did not.
He would do the draft and then nothing else.
Yeah.
I think this year I'm for sure trying to win it. Cause this one I kind of like. Oh, I showed up and like, oh, okay, let me check every once in a while. But this year I'm going bald.
He's right. I'm not gonna have two unique original titles. Everything's a sequel. Next year.
Screw it. It's just us three. All right. Starting it. All right, Dan.
So right now it's Dan.
Yeah, it's Dan.
How do I pick a game? I don't even know. Will it show up? Dan, share the screen so we can see what you picked. Grand Theft Auto.
Mom.
Wow,
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto.
Yep.
Wow.
That's like if you'd be a fool not to pick that game.
God damn, bro. There's a lot just on this first page. I don't know if I want to pick a Monster Hunter, bro. I don't know if I got another one in me because it's just like.
You could get Elden Ring, Night Rain.
I'm gonna say like, oh, another banger. Nah, I know Para's gonna want this, so I'll take it. No, because I was like, ah, man, I feel like last time I picked it, they did well, but I was just like, thank God I didn't. What's the last one they were? The ninja one that they had?
It was the Sunbreaker and Rise.
And it wasn't that good. And then Monster Hunter Wilds, I played it and it was pretty fun, and it was like back to kind of that world.
Dude, is that game coming out this year? I
Grand
don't
Theft
know. I don't know if that game's coming out this year. Ghost of Yote? But Metroid Prime 4, they can't not release it this year.
Dude, I picked that 2 years ago. Don't do it to yourself, bro.
Fable? Is that coming
like
out
Hollow
this year?
Knight.
Outer Worlds 2. That trailer was really good.
I feel like because
That brought you Fallout 3.
Two.
I'll say this, I feel like the hype, or like because it's like the first month of the year, a lot of these are like brand new.
But
like
you
they
did
revised the list.
You did just fucking snipe Wild Hunt from me. Or I can't. Okay, I got it.
Because it's got a hard release. I don't know. I'm gonna pick hard releases first. Because I just don't want to risk it not coming out or estimated or whatever the fuck, you know?
I'm doing this out of spite.
My God.
I'm doing it out of spite.
You were the chosen one, Anakin.
All right, now I can grab Bloodlines. Gotta do the safety pick first.
No, I took that shit. That's mine.
With an estimated score of 0.
Oh my god. Oh no! I gotta wait 3 turns! There's like 3 games I won! Oh, it's so hard. The draft is so hard. I hate this game. Okay. Vic going with the safe. Vic going with the safe bet.
Because I told you, I was like, look, I'm
3 years in a row. 3 years in a row. Actually, no.
Yeah.
I think Will got Elden Ring the first year. Ooh, what's the second? What's Dan's second?
Oh, you should
pick?
know. I've picked one game series since I started.
Oh,
this.
so
It's never
sucked.
done me wrong. It's never done me wrong, baby.
That was one of them, because I'm like, that's guaranteed like 88, 87 plus easily. I mean, what did the last one get? Like 90?
He got
92.
92.
Exactly.
Dang, that is actually... And that's coming out soon, actually.
Yeah, next month, early next month.
Damn.
I think might be late next month, and Vowed might.
Yeah,
be
I'm
early.
gonna go with more safer games this selection, I guess.
A safe game?
Your list was safe as fudge last year. You had the safest list out of all of us.
Score with a gun safe,
Para-
Dan. Was it safe?
Para just got lucky and that his heart games got highly rated.
If I didn't pick Squirrel with a Gun, I would have won.
That's
all I'm gonna
You had-
say.
If you had counterpicked like one of Para's negative games instead of Outlaws, you would have won.
I didn't have a negative game. That was the problem. Everything was a banger.
You sounded like such a
If you had
fucking
picked
dude,
one
bro.
of the like 5 games,
We got
I
nothing but
didn't-
bangers, bro. Bro, nothing but bangers.
If you had picked one of the 5 games I had that didn't come out, that weren't counterpicked, you'd have won.
Like Rift of the Necromancer, Unavowed.
Yeah, Rift of the Necrodancer, there's a whole bunch of stuff.
Oh,
Hollow Knight Silk Song.
Comforter.
So hard. Oh, I'm so scared what Vic's gonna pick.
There's so many good games already, like, in just the first 3 months of this year. I'm not even worried about getting through the first 8 or whatever.
I'm like looking. Oh, Borderlands 4. Oh my god, that last one was oof.
But there's just people who just love Borderlands, though, dude. There's just people who just love that, like, fucking frantic gunplay, collectathon.
Speaking
loot.
of Dynasty Warriors, dude, it's on the list.
It's coming out in like a week. You better.
I know. I saw that.
If you're gonna pick it up,
Their last game was Wolong. It got an 82.
I'll pick this just because I like the first one.
Oh, okay.
Victor picking all the sequels. Fuck you. You got GTA 6, Dan.
I mean,
I don't have anything but a sequel so far. But in my defense, these are all franchises I've been playing since they started.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
I played the original GTA, the top-down isometric game.
I'd
Like
be
not
very,
GTA 3, GTA.
I'd be very curious to see the comparison from this year, say like 2024 to like 2014 or like 2004 to see like, because now it feels like we really do live in a sequelitis.
Vic, you
world.
fucked up. You fucked up. You would.
If you pick Gear,
You fucked up. You
Oh,
done.
that was my like 7 or 8 pick.
You done goof, Vic.
Dan said top 15 maybe.
Top 50, baby. Okay, and then obviously I'm gonna start early with an indie darling that I know is coming out this year.
Little Nightmares.
Hollow Knight Silk Song 2. There's my first counter pick. That game ain't making it.
So I mean, Outer World is nice, but yeah.
What did it score last time?
The first one didn't do that well.
Outer World.
Although people liked it a lot more once all the DLC were out.
The Outer Worlds. It got a 83. It got a strong on Open Critic. Dude, this is, oh god, I gotta like take some medication right now. This is like such, ooh, this is such gut wrench, man. Okay, I'm just glad it's 3 of us because I could not stand like 4 people just taking my shit. I would literally lose my shit if like if either of you got Fatal Fury or Mia the Hollower, I would have been fucking furious. But I had to pick Vampire because I knew Dan was gonna just take that out of spite. I think
I wasn't. I just wanted you to waste an early pick on it.
I don't care. I have to believe. I have to believe that game is gonna be awful but good.
I'm at a fork in the road right now.
A fork in the road.
Fighting game.
I'll tell you after these games are picked. Dude, it's like
Hard, man. This is hard.
and it's probably not a great pick, but fuck it. I want it.
What you got? What you got? What you got?
Dude, this is so don't hate me.
Oh, dang. Do you think it's going to come out this year, though?
I want it to come out so bad. I unironically want to play this game.
That will be your Silent Hill pick right there.
I know, that's another Konami game.
Yeah.
Konami, don't fail me now.
I'll just run the Obsidian Gambit.
You think Obsidian Gambit? That's a good point. That should be a good point structure there.
Obsidian only lets me down when they don't come out. Looking at you, Avowed. This is your makeup year, you fucking owe me.
You fucking owe me. Oh, Microsoft's gonna put tons of marketing in the next like few weeks for that game because it comes out in like what, March or February?
The first week of February.
Yeah, they need like Indiana Jones got its flowers. So
it was good too. Like it's the adventure game we haven't had in a long time.
It's just weird that the people who did Wolfenstein did it. I would have figured it'd be more of a shooter. I know they punched Nazis first. I get it.
That's what I'm saying. If you gotta have some Nazis punched, that's the guys you call to program it.
That's true. I mean, but I didn't think they had the chops of an adventure game in them.
That's so hilarious. Half-Life 3.
I mean, that was like the rumor at Game Awards.
Okay, I'm just gonna pick what I wanted to pick.
It's got to be so
if
weird
it comes out.
if you were having been a game designer at
You're going
Valve.
Kojima. I don't think that game's coming out this year.
I don't think that game's coming out like ever.
I know. it is going to come out because they've already mocapped a bunch of high celebrity people on it. So it will come out. It will be a game. It's just, I don't think it's coming out this year. Okay. What do we have?
Sorry. Yeah, that was the fork in the road. So like, do I take Death Stranding, my boy, or do I take the Konami? Like, we'll make this a pachinko machine to spit in your fucking face.
Okay, I'm taking that. For sure.
I mean, this is kind of going as we expected. Picking American. I think the only one that's Japanese is the fucking like that. Like me, I feel like I'm kind of weeb. You're kind of like the Nintendo fighting game fuckboy. Vampire the Masquerade. I still don't understand what you're like.
Because if it's good, then I can be a hipster gatekeeping fuckboy. If it's bad, then I
told you so. That like me when I saw Chainsaw, like, oh dude, I read it when it came out and I told everybody about it.
If it's bad, then I will still celebrate it and that's the hill I'll die on, even though I'll secretly hate it. Okay. I feel like I got what I wanted out of the way. Now we can actually venture into what might be good and what... Now we got to actually start...
Going through the weeds.
Figuring out if it's like, is this...
Oh, I got like 3 more games I want.
Oh, I'm gonna give
up one on my list.
I know what it is. I'm not gonna take it. I don't think either Vic or I will take it, but I know Professor Layton.
I didn't even know that was coming out this year.
Yeah.
I only know Professor Layton from Final Fantasy 14.
I do love me some Professor. It's a puzzle game. On the
I know he was
Game Boy.
he named his character Professor Layton, and I added him to my friends list. Ironically, he knew Derek, or Derek knew him.
Yeah, they were guildmates.
Yeah, and I was like, wow, what a fucking weird thing.
Man, Dave the Diver DLC.
Wait, is that for real?
What?
Pony Island 2?
Dude, that's what I was gonna say, but I didn't want to say. I was like, wow, Pony Island, I remember that shit. What the fuck?
Dude,
They have another game coming out this year other than that.
The devs trolled me and came to my stream one time. Oh my god. Okay, I see something that I definitely will pick down the line, but
I don't see Pony Island in the expected releases for this year on any of the sites I'm looking at.
I don't know. I feel like I really flipped the coin with Metal Gear and Death Stranding.
Those are at least they're announced games that are expected. The Pony Island devs have a game coming out this year.
okay.
That's not a Pony Island.
Okay. I think I'm good. I think we're out of the danger zone.
I'm in the danger zone.
Like the first 3 picks were so I knew Grand Theft was gonna definitely be taken, but I had to protect Mia the Hollower,
Bloodlines.
Fury, and Bloodlines. Those are the 3 games I had to protect.
Milady.
Metroid Prime 4 is just icing on the cake.
I felt like I shouldn't have had to protect these, but they're also highly expected to do well. That Vic would have just grabbed them going down the list.
I mean, the Yakuza was a great pick.
Yeah, you sniped the other one last time too.
Yeah.
Which one?
Like a dragon.
There's no sniping. I've been playing Yakuza since back in the day.
No, you sniped it, dude. Get out of my server, bro. Get your malware off of my computer.
Dang.
God damn it! No, that's a waste.
No.
I'll admit it. Dynasty. I love Dynasty Warriors. It is such a comfort game, comfort food game. You know, what I mean?
You want to win.
Yeah, but I don't fucking I don't know. Those are fucking middling games that are oh yeah, it's a good game. It's 73 overall.
That's one you pick up when you're down to your last 4 slots and you're just
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I was gonna say it's about to release in a week.
Oh, is it early this year?
Yeah, it's really early.
It's really early. That's why I'm no. I'd rather save a few slots. Fuck, dude. But that's a dead knee, bro.
I'm just looking at all the potential games right now, and I'm god damn. When will we get off this ride? When will games stop being just hell? Oh, dude, that game.
Fuck, dude, I don't know what the fuck I'm picking. Oh my god. I know.
I can say something, but it might fuck over Dan. Oh, okay.
No, I was gonna pick a Nintendo game, but I was like, you know what? Fuck Nintendo.
Yeah, way to snipe my Microsoft picks, bro.
That's a little kid game.
That's
little
my publisher,
Nintendo. I know, right? Nintendo's a little. I was like, you know what? I love Doom. I was like, between Pokemon and Doom, like, nah, fuck that little kid game. That little kid's first console game.
Man, Fable, if that actually comes out this year.
Yeah. What was those things he promised in the first Fable? It was like real time fucking marketplace. It's like real time economy.
Oh no! You did take it. Oh man.
What, Split Fiction?
Yeah. I've had people who played it and it's like really good. It's the guy who did the...
It looked really good at the Game Awards.
Yeah.
Like, that trailer made me want to play it.
You piece of shit. You're actually a piece of shit. You know that?
Was that your next pick?
No, but you know.
You were gonna pick it?
I thought you wanted to win.
No, I mean, hopefully it's releasing this year, but like, because last year it's already got gameplay. And, like, there's already like gameplay and there's like multiple characters.
Okay,
and people
I
have
gotta
played,
see if
like,
this actually counts. I doubt it does. Yep, ineligible. All right.
Which game were you looking at?
Xenoblade Chronicle X Definitive Edition. It had already
What
been
the fuck?
released. So it is... Xenoblade Chronicle X was the Wii U exclusive Xenoblade. But... And its score... The score on Open Critic is an 84. But I was like... I wonder if this actually counts. But it's ineligible because I think...
Came out on another console already.
It came out on another console. It's a remaster.
Like, I could 100% just grab that Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth for PC if we're doing console changes.
Yeah.
that's
Okay, so I just wanted to make sure that if it was up for grabs, I was gonna take it, but okay, I gotta see if this. Oh. What did this score? Okay. Okay. I learned something this year. Even though I was not a big fan of it, and I think it's actually it was actually kind of crap. I do think that the genre has taken hold of people, including myself, in a different way. Fuck card games, but man, why do fucking card games like Balatro has no business being game of the year. No business. I played that shit for 3 hours and I was like, this game sucks.
Balatro? It's okay.
It's
Yeah, I didn't get the... I mean, I got it because it's cheap and simple and kind of fun, but
Yeah.
like...
gambling.
Yeah, but it's
People
like,
love gambling.
it's not like I'd rather just play normal poker or normal blackjack or a normal Texas Hold'em. Not this.
Hasbro is calling.
And then that's what I'm saying. It's like, well, I have played Magic, but I don't play Magic competitively at all. Although
Call.
Okay. So do I go with my heart, or do I actually want to try to win?
Going with your heart worked for you last year.
It did, and it paid off in
points. Keep
You got
that in
some
mind.
90s out of those expected like 5-point games.
I did Destiny 2 Final Shape was like my sleeper, like I picked it from the heart. Oh, man, okay. Ooh, okay, I gotta look at something real quick. Okay. Is the world ready for this game? Man, that sucks. That game's not coming out this year. Marvel 1943, Rise of Hydra, that's not coming out this year.
I saw that and I was very like, eh.
Judas, though, man, see, okay, I'm just gonna tell you the 3 games. Because how many games have we picked? How many games have we picked so far?
You're on
1,
8.
2.
You're on pick 8.
I'm on pick 8.
So we got one more after this? Or he
Is it
has
8?
one more.
I think
It's
it's
9.
8 counter pick, right?
It's
Is it 9 and counter pick?
9
or is
and
it 8
counter
counter pick?
It sucks because I think all our games are really good. There's one blaring bad game. I'm not gonna lie, vampires, like everyone's gonna fight for that counter pick.
Dude, I'm like tempted to, but it's like, I swear to God, bro, like I feel like they don't waste like 8 years on a fucking game and not even, holy fucking shit.
Okay, I'm just gonna tell you the games. Because I don't
Someone
know.
just lit a fucking explosive near my fucking house. Holy shit, it shook my house.
Oh wow, really?
I don't know, it was fucking loud. That scared
Okay.
the fuck out of me. Anyway, sorry.
So I either have Assassin's Creed Shadows, the game I'm looking at, and it's not been doing hot, but I have fun. This is the heart of the cards pick. Mafia: The Old Country,
Really?
or Judas, which is basically the spiritual successor of BioShock. It's that team, and it's supposed to come out this year. I have I don't think of any other games right now that I could think of off the top of my head that you guys had already picked up that I wanted. I'm like, because there's no Atlas is not coming out with anything because they came out with Metaphor ReFantasio last year. I'm in this like weird spot where I'm like, I don't know what game I want to pick. Because you got Wilds already, you got Dragon, like Yakuza. Damn it, I don't know. My brain wants, I don't want to. I'm not going to give it to Ubisoft. You can have that shit. I don't want that shit.
Yes. Woo.
Damn it.
I'm at the point where that could be the best Assassin's Creed game anybody ever made. It's
I
gonna
know,
get
but,
like 6
but then
points.
there's part of me that's like, it's actually like, it might actually be fucking goat influence because they're rolling back all their, like, oh god, I'm so. Ooh.
I mean, it's Ubisoft, bro.
But it could actually, it's what people have been wanting for the last decade. It's
16
finally,
times the detail ad.
no, that's Bethesda. No,
I know, but I'm saying you're falling for that. Like, oh
No.
man, this they said and they promised.
I just saw a video yesterday and the parkour looks really good. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what to do. Because if I don't pick it, I know Dan's gonna pick it. Fuck. I don't know what to pick. Fuck.
Yeah, the tail end gets really fucking hard. I have like 2 that I want to get.
I've got 4, so I'm pretty sure I'm good for my last 2 picks.
I do. It literally, it's for me. It's either I go with Assassin's Creed Shadow, which is like literally all of the fucking like the dream. It's like we're finally going to Japan. We're finally having ninjas. It's finally. Or I go Mafia Old Country, which is like Mafia holds a very special place in my heart. I like Mafia 1 and 2. I never played Mafia 3.
You're lucky.
Is that one where it was like
It was New Orleans.
It was bad.
It was like post, like what was it?
Post Vietnam.
Yeah, and then we went back, and then yeah, that was not good.
Okay.
Very, very poorly done.
I gotta believe.
What'd you pick?
I gotta believe.
It's not that crazy a fucking pick, I'll say that. I personally, on a personal level, I hate that game. But on a like objective level, it's like, again, it's like Star Wars Outlaws. It's like, alright. Whatever. Like, if it is what it is, if it's good, it's good. If it's not, it's not. The only thing is it's not Star Wars, so that's why I like, oh god. Anyways,
What do we do, man? What world do we live in? I feel like your 2XKO pick was a throw pick.
well, I knew it, I saw it, and I'm like, well, it's gonna release this year.
No, it's not, because I think because the Evo leak confirms it's not.
It's coming out this year, anyways. So,
I don't think it's coming out this year. I think they'll. Well, okay, if it does come out, it'll be in early access, and if you get the points for it, I'm gonna be pissed.
and it'll be all worth it.
City of the Wolves is going to be amazing.
What is?
Fatal Fury City of the Wolves.
Oh, City of the Wolves, yeah.
It looks so good. Fuck. You got Split Fiction. That was the one thing I was hoping you would not pick. You got 4 games, Dan? How do you have 4 games? You must have a lot more, like, you have a lot more, like, I guess, like, in-depth knowledge of these games than I do. God. Oh my god.
I don't know what to pick.
Dude, I'm right there, dude. I mean,
Pick Solasta 2. You defended the shit out of the first one.
Pick what?
Solasta 2. The D&D game.
Is it in here?
Should be. Supposed to come out this year.
No, it says that. No, it's fun, but I don't think I'd pick it. Ah, fuck. That was weird. It didn't let me like go back to the original list. Anyways, is Hollow Knight gonna come out this year?
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Guaranteed. Just like Phil Spector guaranteed, or Spencer guaranteed it was going to come out last year.
Didn't it? Isn't it like? I feel like I picked this 2 years ago. Exactly. This year for sure. I'm don't even part of this time for real though. They said they love me.
Mixtape, I believe, is the all-girl band game Parra was talking about earlier. Right?
Yeah.
That's supposed to come out. It looked really good. It's probably going to be the visual novel of the year. / story game.
Yeah, all those franchises fighting tooth and nail for visual novel of the year.
Okay, but the best visual novel each year usually scores in the high 90s. Or high 80s to low 90s. Like they get a lot of leeway because, there aren't many of them that are worth playing.
You know what? I've recently, in the last year or two, kind of got into this game, or got into the lore, I guess, or the world of this game. Where the fuck is it? Fuck it.
Wow. Wow. That is a bold pick, man.
It is, and I know you guys are gonna counterpick it. That's a for sure counterpick.
That is a bold ass fucking pick.
Now let's see Dan's fucking.
His 4 games that he has on deck already.
I know, but now I gotta figure out which 2.
Like me and Vic here fucking sweating, and you're just like, when's it my
I gotta
turn?
pick between them.
You're like, when's it my turn?
That one won't do me wrong.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good one.
Can I do a counter pick yet, or do I have to wait for the counter pick time?
You gotta wait for the counter pick.
David, he can't wait to hate on us, dude. Holy shit!
I just want to make sure I get that bloodline.
He won that bloodline.
He just wants. He's got brass knuckles ready, bro. He's like, say when.
Say when.
We'll do the one that got delayed to February as well.
Citizen 2 Sleeper. Citizen 2.
Citizen Sleeper 2.
Resident Evil.
Now what you want is House of the Dead 2. Which was nowhere near as good as House of the Dead.
That VA stuff is so funny, man. Those original
Yeah.
I was a scientist who wanted evil plans. Until you rascals got away with it,
This is the MMO.
Suffer like G did?
Is this an MMO?
What? They're gonna do an Awakening?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that is a bold ass pick. But
That's why, I fuck with the lore though. It's fucking weird. The world building, as they say, it's just weird. It's got a lot of bunch of shit that's ooh ah.
Yeah. Everything about that game or about that book series is weird.
It's very weird.
Hey, do you have your drug addict computer walking around?
Well, yeah, because the AI almost killed them all. They basically. That's why they fight with blades, because they can't trust guns.
No, it doesn't get through the shields.
I thought it was also they can't trust guns because
They can't use AIs to hyper travel.
Yeah,
but
the AIs crash the planet, so they have to use the navigators who need the spice. They don't use guns because they have those shields, and bullets can't penetrate the shields.
No, I think he's talking about the fact that they can't use a lot of
automate, they can't use big guns, things that require
missiles and shit. That's why they have nuclear weapons that just detonate. They're just well, we don't have to be accurate with these.
Because the AI, when they built AI, they built actual AI.
Yeah,
and it resented being basically held captive, and B being used solely for the murdering of other sentient beings.
Yeah,
repelled.
Oh, big fucking.
But that's why they had to go to the navigators.
Shut up before I Control-Alt-Delete your ass.
No, because that's why they had to switch to navigators, because AI flew their ships. That's how they made the giant galactic empire in the first place.
I raise you and task.
They don't come from Arrakis.
Yeah.
So that's what made them have to use the navigators and the spice for hyper travel. Yeah. No, there's some crazy, crazy stuff in there. That's not even the crazy stuff. The crazy stuff like Paul fighting a clone of himself for who the true prophesied emperor is. The prophecy being bullshit and made up by the crazy space witch people's things I'm
witch
forgetting.
cult.
Yeah.
And then the one lady fucking in the movie being like, this is all falling apart. Your plan, so it's like, is it? Or is it? It's like, oh, fuck you. It's like, it was all a part of the plan the whole time.
And then he becoming a space worm and ascending and...
No, his son. They assassinate his son, and then his son becomes a space worm.
Yeah.
And then his son is the true Kwisatz Haderach / prophesied one, whatever.
Yeah.
And then I know they eventually get to the point where like some girl is like born that is outside of Destiny's control or some shit, and that's how they break the control of the...
That's the sister.
That's the sister.
Yeah.
Because she was a... whatever the space witches are called. Bene Gesserit. She was turned into a Bene Gesserit in the womb because the girl was pregnant and drank the waters of life.
Dude, I can't fucking...
The mom is pregnant.
You know what? No, I know exactly. I'm fucking wasting my time here. What am I doing, bro?
What am I doing? What am I doing?
I'm sorry, I was lollygagging over here with spewing Dune lore.
Yeah, no, Dune is...
I really fuck with the lore,
insane.
though. It has, like, such weird, eclectic shit that's just like, oh, man, they're just, like, perpetually high on this dust shit so they can do, like, insane calculations of their brains and shit. And they have to use, like, analog control panels and all this other shit because they can't, like, they don't even want to begin to make computers again.
Mafia's still there.
Don't do it. Just fucking bid on it later.
Yeah, I know.
Against nobody.
I know. I shouldn't do that.
Well, he has no more competition for whatever he picks because we've picked our picks already.
Yeah,
Now it's basically going to be bidded against, right? Now we bid what we want.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now it's money versus money, yo.
I win. Got a Sony backing.
Okay.
Okay, so now it's counter picks. Ah.
Oh no, I get one more.
No, you're on counter pick.
8, 9.
No, that's his 8, right?
No, 1, 2, 3, 4,
No, 'cause
5,
it'd be
6,
9.
7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
No. So what
No,
am I
it says
picking?
it's time to draft counter picks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do I want to counter pick?
Oh, you already know. Don't play around.
Well, there's one game on Dan's side I might counterpick. Because it might not release this year.
I'm going to say, you want to bet against my lineup? This is a strong lineup.
If I had to, if I wanted a bold bet,
Bet against Fable releasing.
Fable releasing. That is a bold bet.
That would be the only thing on my board I'd bet against. And it wouldn't even be like I think it's going to score low. It would 100% be this game might not come out.
It might not come out. But I
Say
feel
this,
like
a lot of your games are like 80, like all of them are 85 plus. From what I'm seeing, like, oh, okay, kind of indie game that'll be like a charming indie game. Fable, although Fable's kind of, again, Fable's only Fable is the one that's like, oh, what the fuck? It was nothing. Just continue.
Out of all the games I was planning on getting, that was the last one that I thought somebody else might grab.
Fable?
I could go 2XKO.
Yeah, because I got all that other crap first. So I
Yeah.
figure Fable might be contested.
And I got Doom just because I was like, you know what? If it comes out, it's good. It's gonna be at least like 85 plus. That has to be. I think like, what was the fucking? Motherfucking.
I'm just part of me like. Here's the thing. There's a lot more stuff on Vic's side that is way more or that's not gambleable. Okay, Dune Awakening might pop off, and that bite me in the ass.
I was gonna say, for playing it safe, I played it pretty dangerous this time.
Yeah,
like a Metal Gear.
yeah. So now I only have to do
pick games that will score high if they release. You're me last year.
Yeah, I either bet on 2XKO not releasing, Death Stranding not releasing, or Metal Gear not releasing, Dune not being a banger, or Fable not being a banger, or releasing this year or not coming out. Because all those other games I know are coming out. Or I could go big and just like say Grand Theft Auto's not coming out this year and completely doomsayer myself.
That was the only game on this list. I'm like, that game might not come out.
Yeah.
But Rockstar set a date. When they set a date, they almost always hit it.
Exactly. So I'm looking at trailers for Dune right now. I'm just kind of like psyching myself up right now.
I was gonna say I would say if it's like a release, but if it does release, it's gonna be a good game.
I know it looks good. It just
every Doom game, even
Dune,
the one that people
Dune Awakening.
Oh, Dune. Oh, sorry, I said fucking.
Oh no, Doom is definitely coming out.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Doom. Yeah, Doom. Dark Ages is
Mad
coming
at you
out.
for breaking up my Xbox monopoly.
Yeah.
Well, I dip a little bit into
Okay.
Para's, I dip a little bit into yours,
Okay, we're here to regain. I'm here to keep my reign.
You barely won.
I'm here
See?
to keep my reign.
You guys are hating. Whatever.
Just go ahead and pick it. You know what you're gonna pick.
No, but what? I'm looking at games, Para. God, don't listen.
You're gonna go Bloodlines. Just fucking do it. See, because you don't believe. You don't believe.
I was, fucking. Okay, dude.
You don't believe. Okay, you just don't believe.
Man, when the guy walked in and said it's Tremere time and Tremered all over him, bro, that shit was crazy.
Don't remind me. Stop reminding me.
I love the comments are even the comments are like funny because like the comments are like, wait. So you picked a game about intrigue and thought like, yeah, let's show off combat. It's like the people that are kind of like political people or like they're into politics, research, blood magic, like rituals and all this shit, and they're like, combat. All right.
I don't think this shit's coming out this
Damn.
year.
Damn.
Both of you guys fucking was hating on me.
Hey, if you hadn't picked Bloodlines, I would have.
Yeah.
That's the only thing on his list that I think may not come out this year, and if it does, it's probably not going to score positive. So,
Well, I was gonna say I think Dune is coming out this year, and it will score.
I mean,
Dune's going to be like a 63. The game's going to be so bad.
I don't know. I mean, that's
A survival crafter MMO.
I don't know. All it takes is just one.
And the crowd goes wild, right, guys?
A Dune game about how you can fight bandits, Para. Doesn't that just scream Dune to you?
I don't
Fighting
know.
bandits for resources?
Hey, what about that Bloodlines game? That one sucks too, dude.
Yeah, I couldn't
Golly.
counterpick it. Somebody else already did.
Somebody else already did. See, I can't wait to get a bad score for that game and still be a hipster gatekeeping dirtbag.
Well, I mean, the first game was utter garbage on release too, so.
Dirtbag, baby.
Man, okay. This was fun. I love this. I'm glad Dan jumped on the grenade that was 2XKO because if that game does come out, if it does come out this year, it's going to be early access. and it's gonna score so fucking high because of League of Legends bullshit and the arcane bullshit. So the fact that you
I
jumped,
didn't consider that.
I'm glad you jumped on that grenade because I was considering. Actually, real talk, I almost thought about Metal Gear, but I'm right there with you. I wanted to come out so bad.
Yeah, I want to hate, and that's why the fork in the road was like Death Stranding first or Metal Gear. I'm like, this game is just, it's just so gritty.
Oh my god. Fuck. Dan's gonna come out swinging
Again.
again. He's got 3 games that are coming out within a month.
I'll say this: he has less indie games than last year. Meaning like less games that are like.
Yeah, I
pixel
kind
art.
of went indie deep. I took Mia the Hollower, the Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, and Slay the Spire. But dude, people just love fucking card games. I just don't understand it.
My friend was playing that, and they were fucking.
I just don't understand. By the way, I'm doing a bit on stream. I don't understand why people love card games.
Oh god.
I don't understand why.
I closed your channel because you were on the draft thing and you were looking through games. And
I'm just showing all the decks I own in Magic.
Oh, I gotta log in. You know, like every once in a while, you're like, man, I haven't wiped my computer's like, you know, when you clear browser. Yeah, exactly. I was like, man, I think I'm gonna clear my browser history.
Well, gentlemen, that was I'm spent. The only thing that Monster Hunter Wilds is the only thing that I feel like it was stolen from me, like actually stolen from me. But Vic's got to steal something. And then, yeah, he did steal. Vic is like the ultimate, just like, go pick your own games, dude. Don't be fucking stealing our games.
I did.
No, you took Doom from Dan. You took Doom. You took Doom from Dan. You took Monster Hunter Wilds from me.
2XKO. I can't even say the name.
Yeah, quit stealing our fucking games, bro. These are our games.
You expect originality?
All right. It's late. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Vic. We'll see how this year goes. I think the first major event is... God. Will be games. Summer Game Fest. I know there's a Yakuza Direct next week. But yeah, I don't know. But this is a blast. I love doing these things. I love doing all this.
You're talking, but I know Dan right now is doing.
I've been bidding already.
Yeah, I guarantee you, he's already like,
I mean,
those fools know nothing.
I might bid on something right now, but
those meat bags.
I don't know.
I actually got a HK47 Funko Pop for Christmas.
Oh, nice.
That's fucking obscure.
You're the one calling everybody meat bags.
Meat bags.
Yeah, but you're like, by the way, I got a Funko Pop.
Well,
like, wait, they make those
for Christmas. It's not like I bought it.
Wait, who got that for you? That is such an obscure, like,
Trevor.
Okay, I was like, it has to be your sister or Trevor.
I got a Grim Reaper garden gnome from my sister.
Nice.
I know what you're talking about, Vic. I did not just make 5 bids in the time we've been here.
Dude,
Your Honor, I rest my case.
You would be a madman if you bid on 5 games right now.
One of them is my unannounced.
Oh, okay. Well, still 4 games. That's like half your.
I told you guys, I have so much stuff coming out.
So, like, he personally is invested in these games.
I mean, he might be. I mean, he might know something we don't.
He's poisoning the well, dude. He's trying to upsell his game. Who's paying you, huh? Is it Temu? Is it Tencent?
Is it Tencent? I mean, he was on that like Star Wars Outlaws Opium for a long time.
He still is.
It's not opium. I beat the crap out of it. It was great.
It's like what's that episode of SpongeBob where that guy the robot pays the guy to eat from the chum bucket, and then eventually he's like, "It's disgusting." That's Dan right now. He's like, "No, this is delicious. I love this food."
Man, if he bids on more games right now, you're a madman. Because I can't think of any. There's like maybe one or two, maybe Professor Layton. If you didn't already snag that, we'll see.
I did not snag it. I bid on it.
Yeah,
It's stuff I don't think I'll have much competition on.
yeah.
Stuff I can pick up cheap right now. That way, if I have to drop it later because somebody announces something I think will be in the 90s, I won't have lost much.
Oh yeah, that's a new rule, Vic. I think you're AFK when we can drop any games, not just.
No, I heard.
Okay.
I have a Bluetooth headset now.
Okay, well.
Yeah, I'm gonna go do so. Well, fuck. Well, we get locked out of bidding in 18 hours.
No, bids are revealed in 18 hours.
Yeah,
then
so-
you can bid through Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh, can you? Okay, then never mind then. Wait,
Unless it's something that unless there's a review between.
Well, I was gonna say I think I tried that
When
last
bids are
time.
locked.
What would be
So if there's a review before bids lock in, then you can't bid on it.
Yeah.
But whoever locked in still gets it.
Wonder.
That's what screwed me last time. Is I bid on Prince of Persia, and then between when I placed my bid and when bids were revealed, it got reviewed.
They got reviewed and they got booked.
So it kicked my
I
bid
literally lost because of that too.
because of the review stuff. Yeah.
Well,
That's why, like, I was thinking about like chucking $1 down for what the heck's it called? Dynasty Warriors, because it's probably going to be a solid like 80. But like,
You say that, but like, man,
It's
a lot of them are 70s, bro. I'm gonna
Yeah,
keep it real.
let's
Like,
see.
I
no, but there
I
hasn't
love-
been one in a long time.
Let's see.
Yeah,
They've been
they
doing
have
other
what's
game
the
types.
Zelda one, the Guts one, the Berserk one. Like,
Yeah, I
they're
mean, there
all
hasn't
mid
been like an
70s.
actual Dynasty
Dude,
Warriors.
the
in a
last
long
There
Dynasty
time.
has
War-
been.
The Dynasty Warriors 9, which is the last the name Dynasty Warriors, was 2018, and it
Yeah.
scored a 62. But the
Yeah,
other
you're-
ones, the Zelda one, the Legend of Zelda Muso, was actually pretty decent. Let me see. Legend.
I guarantee you it's like 82. Like 80, 82.
But you got to look at the stuff they've done since then. Wo Long was an 81. The Romancing the Kingdoms game they did was like an 87.
I see.
Like they've been on the people who make those games have been on a roll, and they just haven't done an actual Dynasty Warriors
what was
game
it
in a long
called?
time.
Not Tears of the Kingdom. I forget what the Legend of Zelda one was called.
Hyrule Warriors?
No, that was the first one. Muso.
Well, I mean, that's a good example too.
Age
Yeah,
of
like IG
Calamity. That's what it's called. Age of Calamity.
Hyrule Warriors
Age
was 7 out
of-
of 10.
Age of Clam.
Age of Claim, huh?
I'm trying to spell Calamity and I can't spell Calamity. I'm dumb.
I can't spell
Oh,
it either.
it's called Hyrule War. It's not called Legend of Zelda. It's called Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah, that's what it was called. That's what I said. You called me a liar.
I called you a liar.
No, I said that was the first one.
What the fuck? Let me. Stupid ass fucking. Okay. It got a 79. Age of Calamity.
70s, still 70s. I'm telling you, they're painfully middling games to a niche audience.
78 for. Okay, that's middling. Yeah, you're right. It's pretty middling.
Like I said, it's a painfully mid game for a niche audience.
Let's see what else. What other Muso game they put out?
That's what I'm saying. They haven't done a lot of Muso games. They've all been doing like the other series they used to run. They did new Romancing of the Kingdoms. They did they did Wo Long, which is
they did
a
Wo
brand
Long.
new take on Dynasty Warriors that was really good.
They did Rise of the Ronin, which was mid, unfortunately.
Were they Rise of the Ronin?
Yeah,
I thought that
Koei
is that
Tecmo.
the same studio that
Yeah.
does.
Koei Tecmo did
Neo?
Rise. Yeah, they did Rise of the Ronin.
Man, it's so funny thinking about Koei Tecmo. Like, boy, they really did say if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Actually, I think I might be wrong. Wait, Rise, the Ronin.
That's the guys who I thought that was the guys who did Neo.
Which is Koei Tecmo.
Yeah, it's like a
sorry.
specific group though.
Team Ninja did
Ja,
Rise of the
yeah.
Rosin. Koei
Yeah.
Tecmo did Neo. And Neo 2. I mean, Vic might be right on this one. He might be right on this one, Chief. I mean,
Team
telling
Ninja
you.
did Wo Long also.
well, no, yeah, Team Ninja did Wolong, but okay.
Yeah, but this is the Dynasty Warriors game.
Omega
Who's doing it?
So Omega Force does the moves. So Team Ninja does the single player action games. So who did Rise of the Ronin?
I'm looking at trailers for Tales of the Shire. Like the
Oh, it's
Lord
gonna
of the
be
Rings
so
game.
bad.
Oh,
Well,
that's
it's so bad.
Someone in the comments said, finally, after all these years, a new Dreamcast game.
man.
My GTX,
Origins, the new Dynasty
my
Warriors.
GTX 560 will be sweating.
The Omega Force is developing it, but it's under Koei Tecmo. Team Ninja did.
It looks like a kid's game. Is it? Yeah. This. Oh, you know what it kind of reminds me of? What's the Tales of Portia?
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of that.
Romance of Three Kingdoms 8 remake. That Vic might be right. Vic might be wrong. Who knows? I'm not gonna bid on it. If you bid on it, Dan,
I don't. Again, I don't.
I'm
I don't
not
hate
gonna
the
bid on
game.
I don't think there's enough time. I think there will be reviews
Oh,
because it's a week away.
That's fair.
Hmm.
Hey, it decided for us. It decided for us, right? Everybody saw that. It was a draw. Now that's a deep reference.
Man. Okay. I think I'm gonna call it here. This was intense. I loved it. This was great. I can't wait. The new year.
This has a good start for the year.
Yeah,
for
this
games.
this is definitely a good start.
Like
Dan is
these
definitely
first 3 months are going to be murder for me.
Dan is definitely gonna reap a lot, but
No, fuck it. I made two. How about this, dude? I'll say this. I made two. You'll see two $10 bids off the rip.
off the rip.
Yeah.
How you guys are bidding on games already, dude?
I
How are you guys bidding on fucking games already?
fucking okay.
I feel spent. Wait.
Yeah.
I told you I had 4 picks left in time for my
I know,
last
but like
2.
I can't think of anything I would want to bid on right now.
And that was including a couple of games I just figured nobody else would bid on. So
I did find 2 that I was like, oh, okay, and then maybe a third. I mean, it's Hollow Knight, but then again, it's like you guys said. Oh, they said that 2 years ago.
Man, if you picked up Hollow Knight for like $10,
No.
What an anticlimactic way to get Hollow Knight, and if it actually does come out this year,
it's like when the hype is like it dies off. Yeah, man, remember that game that was gonna come out and it was like fervor pitch fucking hype.
Yeah, but we're at the point where you have the like Duke Nukem Forever kind of threat hanging over its head too, where it's just
yeah, you guys
in danger of being not good.
You guys are smoking
too much time in the oven.
You guys are smoking something that I'm not
smoking the za, dude.
Dude, you guys are lost in the sauce because I'm not. Maybe I'm not in the deep end like you guys are. I can't think of anything I would want to bid on right now. Let's see. Yeah, the only thing is like maybe I don't want to bid on Borderlands because that's just a fucking waste of time.
Well, they fucked up the game with the last one. I tried to play it. I'm like, man, like
South of Midnight. I got too many. I got too many diverse woke in my shit already. I need something that's like
Something
what?
edgy, man. Something edgy. Something to shave with, bro. It's so edgy.
Yeah, I actually do. I actually do need a little bit of edge. Like Vampires is in my feels, but that game's gonna be trash or great. Who knows? Or it might be trash great. Fuck. I can't like I looked at the review scores of the old Mafia games and they're not good, and so I'm just like I can't. But
No, don't. The thing is crazy is that like I think the first few were like kind of cool and like oh it's cool. You have like a mafia kind of
Dan
old-timey
can have Professor Layton. Dan can have Dave the Diver.
I didn't bid on that. I don't bid on DLCs.
Damn. He said I stand on business, Para. Maybe you
there's only one game I would want, but I once again I think I have two. I need some AAA like
horsepower.
Everything is too much of an indie darling.
I'll say this. I did the math, so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 games.
Mm-hmm.
$10 in future proofing is not that much, especially when you get into the middle season of the year, where like people are bidding like $5 for a game they might kind of get. You know what I mean?
I am gonna bid on one game, and I'll even say what it is.
Oh, dude, enough of your hentai games.
Killing Floor 3.
You son of a bitch.
Whoa.
What?
You know what? I'd like to throw my hat on the.
We'll see who bid more, Para. We'll see.
I put like $1 just to spite you.
How much dosh are you throwing down?
How much dosh?
Whoa, dude.
Oh, man. Are you for real, dude?
No.
Okay, I was just making sure. I was like, damn, same brain cell. No.
I thought about it. It is a game I thought about, but it's also a game I'm not sure is going to come out this year. And if it does, I'm not sure it's going to be good when it comes out. Because Killing Floor has a real problem of being garbage for a year at launch.
I'll tell you another thing I fucking hate about modern gaming: release dates. Holy fucking shit! Everything is TBA. It might come out. At TBA. Like I remember back in the day, I feel like games had a much more solid release date where they'd be like, "Oh my god."
Para's like, Dan's coming up swinging in the next 3 months. There's like nothing set after March.
Yeah, that's true.
Everything April on is like
not
first quarter, second quarter, TBA, not yet decided.
You know the reason why, right? It's Grand Theft.
Nobody wants to come out against GTA.
Yeah, nobody wants to come out. Everybody is just waiting until Grand Theft Auto has a solidified date so they could just avoid it like the plague.
So why are you picking up Kingdom Hearts 4, Para?
Shut up.
He's crying. He's like,
the real question is, why aren't you picking up Kingdom Hearts 4, Vic?
Because I don't hate myself that much.
That's fair.
Bro, did you pay Kingdom Hearts 2.5, 3.2, bro? 365 every day?
Yeah, I'm still pissed off over you stealing Doom.
All right, you win some, you lose some, Dan. Move on.
How do we pick our unannounced game? Oh, it is.
You have to go to unannounced. There's an unannounced tab.
No, it is. The problem is it is announced. That's the problem.
Oh, which one?
Kingdom Hearts 4.
Oh, yeah. No, like I was gonna do State of Decay 3 as my unannounced game last year, and it was like, no, they announced they're making it, and I'm like, there's one trailer.
Actually,
that's all anybody knows.
What game would I want? What game?
I'm just worried it's gonna be a like complete stealth drop when they drop it. It'll be like at an event. They'll be like State of Decay 3 out now. Go play it because State of Decay 3 fans will go buy the Super Deluxe Edition right now because we told them it exists.
I was gonna say I want to keep talking, but I gotta go eat and then go to bed because I got work tomorrow. I want to stay up and fucking shoot the shit more, but fuck, dude.
All right.
I hate adulting.
We should do like monthly meetings this year at least.
A monthly meeting? Okay.
Because we don't hang out that much, and I do like talking to Vic.
All right.
Yeah, I miss you, dude.
Para, that guy's an asshole, and I see him all the time.
Yeah, yeah, you know what, Para? Take him or leave him. I don't care.
Dang. Fine then, you two can hang out. Fuck y'all.
No. Taking my somebody to make fun of, man.
Game and going home. Ball. No, it's the basketball. I'm taking my ball and going home. Fucking.
All right. Well, there you have it.
We should try to do this like once a month, and that way we can like score recap, Kelebon games coming out, getting delayed.
I think we could do a month.
Yeah, I could do a
think
month.
Once a month is not a hard ask. Because by this time next year, it'll be the first 1-8 or whatever, and then we'll do the very last one.
All right. Well, we will reconvene in a month's time. But damn, good picks, good solid.
This is a way more interesting year.
Yeah.
Yeah, being last pick for counter picks sucked.
You got 2x KO.
Yeah, on the hope that it's not going to come out, because like fighting games are on a well reviewed.
Yeah.
Like they're like, oh, it's around 6 points. I'm like, no, if that game comes out, it's gonna hurt.
Oh, dude, that's what I'm saying. If that game actually comes out in quotations and it gets like the Hades or Path of Exile 2 treatment, dude, that's a fucking grenade I do not want to be on. You'll be holding your guts for the rest of the season. Because that game is going to score in the 90s. Guaranteed. All right.
All right, later, guys.
Laters.
All right. Bye.
Okie dokie. Well, thank you so much. Appreciate everybody hanging out with me. We didn't get to play Final Fantasy 15 or 16 tonight, but we had a fun time. I had a fun time. Doing this draft was so fun. It was so fun. Can't wait to. Now that we're gonna do like the monthly reconvening thing, I think that's gonna be a solid discussion to have. Anyways, I will catch you guys in the next one. Once again, be sure to check out all of the doobly-doos. If you're watching later on YouTube, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz, because we'll be doing more of these in the coming months now, because we're going to meet monthly. And if you're watching live, I appreciate you. So until next time, be good to one another, and peace forever.